Let's see if you guys come in. I was watching One Ton Fishing Club for a few minutes before I found out they were done, and then went back to Big Mike's, and people were saying, "Hey, go live." So let's see what happens. Gonna do it from the basement tonight though, because it's freaking 41 degrees outside. Wait, see who comes in. Hey, what's going on, small town? Yeah. How's my audio and stuff? Can you hear me? I was watching a few people when I got off work, but it seemed like they were kind of winding down and shutting off, and I had a few requests to throw up one of my random lives, so I decided I would. I'm doing it in my basement tonight though, because it is just chilly as hell outside. Is my audio running? You never know. Like you can't tell when you're hosting this thing. You only hear yourself talking, so you don't know if anybody can hear you until they respond. Drinking coffee, and yes, sounds and looks good. All right, thank you, small town. Thank you. What was your name, by the way? I forget. I feel bad because I get so many names in my mind. I remembered I called you by your name a few times because I watched a couple of your videos. Hey, Jody. And I called you by your name, but for some reason I'm drawing a blank right now. Small town, what is your name? I called you by your name by like 2 days in a row. I was calling you by your name, but I'm drawing a blank right now. What's going on, Jody? Uh, I have the link copied. If anybody does want to come up here later, let me know. Hey, Hogleg, what's up, man? Hit my thumbs up on the way to make a Melissa watching on the big screen. Oh, really? You gonna put my crazy ass up on the screen again? Hey, James, what's going on, buddy? I was just trying to show some love and watch a few lives when I got home from work, but everybody seemed to be winding down and had their nights, and I got a few requests to come up, so here we go again. Oh, really, Jody? You was one of the one that said go live. Now you're gonna get your nap. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes, I guess. I I can technically probably go most of the night, unlike usual. I go to like 2, 3, or 4 and then go to bed. But Sunday is normally my day off. But tomorrow I picked up a work shift, but it is not until 4 p.m. So if people end up coming in and out and wanting to hang out, cut in and out, I can leave it running. What's going on, Ernie Brown? Can't do my usual outside stuff. It is freezing out there right now. Unless my weather app is crazy, it's middle 40s. I know it was chilly when I was out there though. When I left work, I was like, dang, I got to put my coat on in the car with the heat turned on. First time this year. Fell asleep too early last night. I fell asleep technically too late. I think I cut my live off about 3:20 when Becca reminded me. She's like, "You're gonna go to bed at 3," because that's what I called before 3 o'clock. I was like, "Yeah, I'll wind it down at about 3 o'clock." About 3:20, she was like, "Hey, you said you were gonna cut it at 3," so I was like, "Oh, bye guys," and I shut it off immediately. I kind of felt bad and sent her a messenger, but I still didn't go to sleep though. I came inside, I ate, I had a few more cigarettes, watched a little bit of videos. By the time I went to sleep, it was almost 6 in the morning, and I had to be at work and punched in by 11, which means I need to be up by 9:30. So I got about a 3.5 hour nap before I worked all day today. Came home, checked into a few people's lives, and was trying to watch some fishing, but everybody was kind of winding down. Looked like I missed most of the action. I had a few people saying, "Hey, are you gonna go live?" I'm like, well, planning on, but should I? And they said, yeah. So here we go again. If anybody's not out there not doing stuff, have some fun in the chat. Ask me anything if you want. What's going on, Lance? Hey, Lance, you were in the catfish and carp thing today, right? Or is that tomorrow? I thought I saw you in there when I peeked in before work. I was in the parking lot and I saw that Two Old Vets was, doing his live thing. So I peeked in for a few moments before I had to punch in. Were you out there today or is that tomorrow? My cool guy. I know I saw Sharina up there and a couple other people. I just can't remember if I saw you up there or tomorrow. My damn phone died. Oh, so you were out there today, huh? Dang it. I'll have to watch the replay of that sometime, but I think tomorrow. What time is it tomorrow? I might actually get to tune into that before I go to work because I don't work until 4, so I'll leave here at about 3:15 because I like to get to work early so I can punch in. But I usually get to watch a few more minutes even before I go into work to show some more love and view time and stuff and chit chat for a minute before I punch in. Get in a better mood when I'm watching you guys before I go into work. If I go straight into work and I don't get to see none of y'all live or see none of y'all videos, I think I have a little less, I guess, better day at work. If I get to see you guys first, I have a better day. I guess I'll put it that way. So what time's the tournament tomorrow, the second day? I hope it's early. That way I get to watch a bunch of it before I go to work. Anyways, I doubt it, but just in case, let me go ahead and drop it. Post comment. I'm not expecting it, and I don't mind if they don't, but there it is just in case. Just remember, I will authenticate you before bringing you up. I'm still just curious about tomorrow, though. The couples tournament is in the morning at 8 a.m. Freaking sweet. I would definitely get to watch a bunch of that before I go to work then. Oh, wait, no. I'm talking about the I do want to watch some of the couples tournament too, but I'm talking about the catfish and carp thing. I thought that was tomorrow also. The couples tournament. That one is the couples tournament is fishing with the chat, isn't it? Or no. Yeah, that's fishing with the chat, I think. I don't know. There's so many tournaments that go on, it gets lost in my brain. Maybe the catfish and carp one is later at night. I knew there were a few big ones going on this weekend. Catfishing carp was. Oh man. Well, I might have to watch that damn replay then. I thought his was the weekend. All right, so I guess tomorrow I will watch the couples tournament because I'll actually get to catch it live and interact and have fun with people while watching it before I go to work. Uh, but I will have to watch the catfish carp on replay. I remember when I checked in, it sounded like a good start though, because they talked about how Serena has some stuff, and she was even happy. She was like on the camera when I happened to check in before work, and I knew you were in it, and some other people, like people that I follow and watch and stuff. So I'll have to catch that replay sometime soon, so that I can see exactly what happened. But yeah, if that couples tournament, am I right? Is that fishing with the Chad that did the couples tournament? Because for some reason that's what I'm getting in my mind, that it was fishing with the Chad that runs that one. I could be wrong, but I just don't know. Catfish and carp was one day. I thought that was a 2-day one. What really sucks is after my phone died, landed a 10-pound channel on my lure rod. I bet that was nice too. Hell, the biggest one I've caught so far in that lure rod was that one I caught on Jody's stream last week. Not last night, but last week. I mean, you know what I mean. Not this Thursday, but last Thursday. That damn thing was only 6.5, but it was fun. Like at first when I was pulling him, I thought he was bigger, especially when he hit that bait clicker. Fishing with the Chad. All right, I thought so, but like I said, I'm new and I got so many names going through my mind and so many tournaments that. Anyways, yeah, that little 6.5 pounder that I caught on the first Thursday show, it just like the way he hit my Cast King bait clicker and started running with it. I thought he was big, and then when I started pulling the rod back, even though it's got a real sturdy backbone, and you're like, oh, you can't feel the fish as much back here. The way that rod was going up here at the top is so fun. It's almost like a bait fishing pole at the top, even though it's sturdy as shit. So it makes the fishing fun, even when it's the smaller fish, that it's still enjoyable. I love that rod. Can't wait to actually get a worthy fish of it. But yeah, 10-pound channel is actually a decent channel too. I mean, yes, they do get up to 20 or above in some spots, but a 10-pound channel is a hell of a channel. Nice work, man. Even if it's off camera, like I know that was fun, so good work. Glad you was able to get yourself something on the rod. So where was you fishing today? I mean, I'll watch the replay eventually and see it, but where was you fishing? Like the actual name of the body of water. Or use small rods that you catch out of a lake. I'm telling you, I am going to try to make that little rod that I caught become such a major part of my channel in one way or the other. I don't care if I end up turning it into some kind of bait rod, but I'd rather catch bigger fish on it. Sheboygan River, some spot or same spot. I caught my 15.9-pound channel cat. Yeah, see, that's a nicer channel cat there too. My biggest one was over 20. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I know it was over 20. But that was back when I was still in the Illinois River up there in Peoria. That's been a long time ago. I think my biggest cat since I've lived here, which is coming up on the 20 years mark that I've lived down here. I think my biggest cat down here is probably right around the same, Lance. about 15 pounds or so. That's still a nice big fat channel cat. It was a male, big old head on them, and it was during like a shad run, so they were like just gorging on those shads and stuff. So it was fat as heck and big old head on them, so that added to the weight. Right around 15 poundish. But yeah, my biggest channel ever was over 20 pounds, but that was up in the Illinois River still. When I used to fish by where the barges would go back and forth in that under the 74 bridge before they blocked it off. That's also where I caught that 50-pound drum on hand line. What I did was I just took a spool of string. I didn't even have a reel. I just took a spool of string, took a bunch of line off of it, swung the sinker around like this, and threw it out. Came back the next day, saw it was moved over, and I thought it was just the current. Went to pull on it, and that damn thing started pulling. I got a couple string cuts, so I put my hand in my shirt and wrapped it around like this and started pulling it in through my shirt. My biggest cat was a 54-pound blue. Man, that's a nice blue. That's a nice blue. Yes, they do get bigger or whatever, but that's a hell of a blue. What body of water was that in, small town? We're not gonna do like Jeremy and say, what was your coordinates? He wants a GPS. Just what body of water? Like a lake, a river, what state, something like that. Flint River in southern Georgia. All right, I've heard of it. I wonder if we even passed it, by the way. Like I said, we stayed in Georgia when we went to Florida, but it was the very, very tip of Georgia, right before you cross into Florida, because it was a lot cheaper to stay in Georgia than to stay in Florida. So we traveled back and forth each day. We lived in Georgia for 2 weeks at a Motel 6. Right on the edge before you cross that border. We drive about an hour to get to the ocean in the Florida side. Just made more sense. It's like, oh, okay, if we stay here in Georgia, it's 60 bucks a night. If we stay across the border there in Florida, it's 130 a night. Yeah, no. We'll spend a little more in gas, but we'll save it on the damn living cost. Probably lives near there, I think. Well, yeah, he was talking about some of the Georgia stuff. I forget that place he was mentioning last night, but it seems very, very famous because even Big Mike and stuff was talking about that tonight. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's the place to go." And then like other people were talking about it. They were talking about like 70-pound flatheads and stuff. So now I'll tell you, Iowa. I mean, I don't think they're that well known for them. They are a little bit, but I remember I was watching Spencer from River Certified, and one time he caught a 72-pound flathead in Iowa. It was a heck of a video. He was out there like doing the normal jigging style stuff, like fishing for wipers and whatever else, and he ended up catching a 72-pound flathead. My biggest one since moving down here to Springfield was actually that damn flathead. It was only 32.8 at the smallest when it was wobbling on a scale. That's the biggest one I've caught since I've been down here. I've caught quite a few 15 and 20 pounders, but that one was 32.8. It's my biggest catfish since I've been down here, and definitely my biggest flathead since I've been down here. I've caught some small flatheads, like 5 to 8 pounds, but that was my biggest flathead down here. And I think it was my biggest catfish down here too. I catch a lot of 15 and 20 pounders like in the spring and fall and stuff like that, but uh, that one was a beast. And I'm just sad that it was just a couple weeks before I started filming for YouTube. A couple weeks earlier, it would have been nice. I was also sad that my girl wasn't there because I texted her immediately. I sent her a picture, and that's the screen capture that I have. I sent her that, and I sent both my kids that, and I was like, "Oh my god, I wish you guys were here." Because my girl texted me first, and she was like, "Hey, I might come out there and hang out with you for a little while I was fishing." And I was like, "Yeah, come on out if you want." And she texted me back. She's like, "I don't know. I work tomorrow. Like, I'm kind of tired." And I'm like, "All right, well, love you. See you in the morning." So she didn't end up coming out, but I wish she would have because literally about an hour after she texted me saying she thought she was going to come out there was when I caught that. And I would have liked to have had her right there with me when I did because, like I said, it is probably the biggest fish since I've been down here in Springfield. I might try to go fishing tomorrow night. I'm not for sure because I'm off Monday, but I do have to pick the kids up from school, but that won't be till 3 p.m. Monday. So if I don't see too much going on tomorrow night, late night, like after I'm off, and as long as it's not 30 degrees, I might try to go to a spot out there and fish, but who knows? Depends on what I see online and what I feel like, I guess. I prefer to do the little chit chat while I'm fishing if I can, but if not, I'll do these little, random backyards and basement and front porches and whatever. I just know a few people were like, "Hey, are you going live?" I was like, "I can." They said, "Yeah." So that's why I'm here. But I ain't seeing too much activity. So yeah, that's the river that they were mentioning. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the Altahama, that's the one that everybody, yeah, has been talking about. Hogleg was up here last night for a while, on microphone, and then he's got the icon that shows him and his buddy with two big ass fish that combined are like near 90 pounds or something like that. And that's the river he was talking about, and then other people was talking about it, and then even tonight, hey, Snake River. Then even tonight on Big Mike's feed, they were talking about that river. Sorry you couldn't get off work the other day, but it would have been nice to have you up there too. Hey Ernie, still hanging out there in the background. Lance still back there. It has super giant fish in it. Yeah, that's kind of why I miss Peoria. I mean, I didn't always catch giants or anything, but it's just the river gives you way better opportunities than most generic lakes. I mean, we ain't talking about the Great Lakes like up in Wisconsin and Chicago and, you know, Lake Erie, Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, all that stuff. Those are obviously massive lakes that have crazy opportunities. But when it comes to river fishing, that's and then spillways or the mouth of the river after a spillway ends and then it opens up into a mouth of a river. Those are some awesome spots. Just landed a 15.4 pound carp and 2 channel cats. Of course, after the tournament. Oh, you did the same thing. You were in the tournament and then afterwards. That's what Lance said. He said after his phone died, he caught a big, nice channel cat. Has anybody heard from Charlie Brown, Jeremy today? Anybody know anything about how his tournament ended up going? Remember last night he was saying he kind of had a chance, like if they did good and the other people did, you know, decent or bad, he might catch up. I'm fishing right now on the river. Are you live, Snake? Or, well, I guess not if you're chit chatting, unless you got 2 devices. When I scrolled through my lives, I only saw 3 people live, and 2 of them were not fishing channels. Hey, what's going on, Austin? I'm beer buzz, but wanted to stop by and say what's up. What's going on, Chris? Well, cheers to that, buddy. Speaking of which, appreciate you popping in, even if it's only to, you know, maybe throw a thumb and say hey. I think it's funny, by the way. I think I have an official hater. I've noticed on 3 of my last videos, I got 1 thumb down, and I kind of love it. It cracks me up. I don't know if it's an official hater or if it's just somebody having fun. Because I remember the other night when I said, "Hey, you probably went out there to throw a thumb down." Either way, it's cracking me up. Trying to get some flats. That's what we all trying to do. I mean, it's my favorite fish. I love the way a blue tanks it, and I love the way carps fight. Overall, like a carp won't give up. They just keep going. Flatheads will stay down on you and shake that head, and every time you think you're almost about to get them up, they'll kind of give you another little run. But I still say carps, pound for pound, are one of the best fighters, especially if you're using light tackle. But as far as actually getting the fish to the bank, lifting it up, holding it, enjoying it in all its magnificent glory, flatheads are literally one of my favorites of all time. Think you're getting hit now? Is it doing one of these little moves? That's the weird thing about them flatheads. I still say Curtis, if he was smart, would have checked his baits more often because he might have actually had that post live flathead that didn't count. He might have actually had it on in time to count if he checked it. I don't know. Channel added to blue strength and carp fight would be a heck of a fish. Oh yeah, if you kind of mix up the different aspects of the fish. It is. You said 47 there. It is a. Sorry, let me get closer. My phone is so tiny, but I have a weather app that stays up there all the time. It is 43 degrees here right now. Blues are lazy. You must have different blues than us. Man, our blues in this lake, and when I fished in the Illinois River, when they smacked it, it was just bam, bent over, drag peeling, your arms getting tired. You pull it up and you slowly reel down. You pull it up, you slowly reel down, and they were like just fighting the whole time. That would be a devil cat. Yeah. I'm sorry, but blues around here, and like I said, even when I was in Peoria, blues was one of my favorites as far as like just that takedown, that initial smack, and that run, and then that fight. But I still say pound for pound, I'd rather have a carp as far as the fight. Had a blue snapper rod, reel seat. Yeah, them blues just they tank it. Like you don't even know you got a bite. You could be staring right at your rod. You can have one rod in the water, one rod, and be staring at it like this the whole time. You won't even see the line move. You'll see the rod go boom. At least the ones I catch. With flats, like Jody was mentioning earlier, with the flathead, you can sit there and watch your line, and you'll see the line kind of moving a little bit first. You see a little bit of playing. Like, did turtles just pick that up? I've seen too many of those blues only taking 5 minutes to pull at 50 pound on a Potomac. Well, I don't know. Maybe if you're just suspend fishing. I'm a bank fisher, so it's a whole different situation than if you're talking about somebody who's just suspending 30 feet deep. The blue hits it and they got to reel it up, but they play with it a little bit to let the bubbles release or whatever. Yeah, that might be a 5 minute fight. I don't know. But when you're on the bank, you're kind of in that shallower water. They hit it and run with it and they try to get it in that deeper water. It's a fight. Channel cats seem to run right at me anytime I'm fishing them. I mean, occasionally, well, if I'm out on that dock spot I go to, they give me a little better fight. But the ones on the steps and the ones on that little bank area where the tree is over to the right and then my bait tree is to the left, in that area, they seem to run right at me. If I get a channel, even if I catch like a 6 to 8 pound channel, they just run right at me, almost like I'm fighting a bluegill. But the ones off the dock seem to be meaner. But that might be because they have two currents and two channels that they're in. There's like a channel that runs this way and a channel that runs that way, and the current's blowing this way and that way, and they give me a better fight. Rainbow out of a little stream on 2 pound test. Oh man, hell yeah, Chris. Um, I have a lot of trout in that one pond. The pond I was at last Sunday when Jeremy came up near the end and fished for a couple hours. That pond actually has rainbows, it has stockers, and it has Colorado gold trout. It could have more, but that's the only three I've caught so far. But I've caught them when I'm usually spinning for crappie, so I'm using the light gear. And man, when those trout smack it, that's a good fun fight. I'll agree with that. Especially once they start jumping out of the water. You just got you a little tiny spinning combo with a couple pound test line and have it drag about medium set. Casting it by some reeds or by some weeds and spinning it past there, trying to catch you a little crappie or maybe even a decent bass, and all of a sudden a freaking hard running trout hits it. Man, good stuff. No stockers or nothing. They need cold water though. So I mean, if you live somewhere that's warm all the time, that usually doesn't have any trout. It's more of a cold water fish. That's why I said like in early spring or like sometimes even in October. If I recall right, I think that little pond has a sign up there that mentions you're not supposed to catch them in October, because maybe that's when they're doing well and you should be leaving them alone. Nothing. Oh, that sucks. Because even here, I mean, Springfield is not, you wouldn't think of it as a trout area. You would think of like Colorado or some of the other places with the creeks and streams in the colder areas. That's your main places for trout. Mountain waters, mountain creeks and mountain waters, the ice melt and all that crap. Oh no, they're a fun fish, Ernie, especially on light line. But the ones I catch out there at that damn DOT lake, the Department of Transportation lake, I've caught 4-pound trout out there. Some of them maybe even bigger. It's getting a good weather for a steelhead. I see. I don't have no steelhead around here, but so you got the good bass there, huh? Lance, I still say, man, if I'm still kicking around here in a couple of years, trying to do this thing, I might try to save me some money and come up there and hook up with you sometime, man. Because you guys got fish up there that I ain't ever seen around here, but I recognize them. When you say burbot, I know what you're talking about because I've watched some fishing channels where they fish for them out of a cabin on the ice, and those fish fight. They look crazy though. They look like a damn eel to me. They look like a cross between an eel and something else. Hell, maybe you know what? As a matter of fact, I will call them a flathead eel. They had the colors. The ones I saw, anyways, had the colors of flatheads, like that beautiful little gold and black and brown speckled type look to them. But their tails and stuff kind of look like an eel. They look like an interesting fish to catch. Ohio don't stock like that. I'm just wondering why I've never caught one out of my lake. I'm like, some of these little ponds that I go to have these trouts. I have never caught one out of my lake. And I'm like, why? They gotta be in there. I'm used to a 2-pound trout when I was growing up, but what I spend is not too many. Both fins are in my area. That's another fish that I know is in Illinois, but for some reason I've never caught one. Well, wait, no, wait, I'm lying. I caught one long time ago. It was at a pay lake, Dixon's Fish Pond. I caught one there, but that's when I was a teenager. The bowfins and the snakeheads. I know they're technically here. I've just never caught one, except for that one time when I was a teenager. I'm in Central Illinois, Chris. I'm in Springfield, Illinois. I'm from Peoria. I've been down here about 20 years. Well, technically, I was actually born here, but I was raised in Peoria. I was born in Springfield at St. John's Hospital, but then I was raised in Peoria, Illinois. And then I just moved down here 20 years ago. I'm back in Springfield, Illinois. So that lake you see me at all the time in most of my videos, that's Lake Springfield in Springfield, Illinois. I'm gonna try to hit at least Lake Taylorville one more time this season. Like I said, me and my girl's anniversary is Halloween, and we are trying to get a cabin for our Halloween weekend. If we do, I'm gonna try to go live or at least maybe record some video of there, just so you guys can see uh one spot other than my local area. But next season for sure, once spring rolls back around and I start hitting my spring vacation and my summer vacation and things like that, you guys will see more places like Shelbyville. Shelbyville, Illinois is one of my favorite spots. Lake Taylorville more. Some of the spillways and dams I can get to. Your stepfather grew up in Peoria. Yeah. I lived there most of my life. Yeah, I will say all the way up and down from top to bottom, we do have some great state parks. Like I said, Shelbyville is really, really nice. I think it kind of sucks that I live in the state capital, but our lake is nothing. Like as far as beauty and how they take care of it. It's mostly a trash lake. There's big fish here, but it's technically a trash lake. Oh yeah, Caterpillar is huge in Peoria. Caterpillar is like just it rules Peoria. They had a couple big plants up there in Peoria. I remember one time at one of the restaurants I worked at, they actually had a like a 1,500 person party for Caterpillar. They rented out our whole restaurant, came in there and had a party for Caterpillar employees and executives and stuff and whatever. They like bought the whole restaurant for the day. Basically, the restaurant shut down to the public. But as far as us being literally the capital of Illinois, it's kind of bogus how crappy our waters are taken care of. They spend all their focus and time and efforts and whatever on preserving the Lincoln stuff. Oh, it's the land of Lincoln. They focus on the downtown area, the Lincoln museums, the Lincoln libraries, things like that. They don't pay too much attention to our waterways in this city, town, whatever you want to call it. I call it a town, but it's the capital of Illinois, and it's kind of bogus. They don't put the money into making the lake what it should be. Hey Jody, did you enjoy your nap? I don't know if you can call it a nap. It ain't even been an hour yet. Still love you either way. You crack me up. And you keep it real. And you're starting to learn to talk smack, so you're becoming such a like well-rounded person to know. Laughs, bringing in the fish, you know, talking smack now. You're just adding to the wheel of what is Jody. And it's awesome. I appreciate knowing you. Well, that's a good nap then. If you can get 37 minutes out of every 3 hours throughout the night, I consider that a fairly decent nap. That's usually what I do. When I say I'm going to bed, I usually end up watching some videos first, and then I go to bed about 3 hours later. Then I'm waking up like every 30 to 40 minutes because I have a toe cramp or a leg cramp. And then I go to work. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it too. And that's like me, I always do. If somebody needs something and I can do it, I'm gonna do it. Unless I feel you're a jokester or you're not, you know, you're not compatible, then I'm gonna let you know. I'll keep it real. But no, I know you. You messenger me. You talk to me. We help each other out when we ask questions and stuff, or we give advice to each other. Jody's the real deal, and I appreciate that. Hey, what's going on, Rattle Trap? Small town. I'm going to get some coffee. Let's see, what time is it here? It's 1 o'clock here. So that means it's 6 o'clock in the UK. I wonder if Frogster's waking up sometime soon or not. Or maybe she sleeps in on Sunday. Oh shit, man, you got my personal best beat. He got a 13-foot log. Might make a video tomorrow while I made this one guy's rod holder. Oh, this one guy, huh? Speaking of which, is Jody gonna make a video of packing up a shirt? That guy. That's funny. Right there. I could be wrong, but I assume I know that guy. And I'm gonna make a video if I see that guy opening them. I'm gonna wait a little while though because like I said, there are a few people who have contacted me on Messenger, Facebook, and email who supposedly like are doing some stuff. So if it happens, I'd like to get it all together and do my first oh hey, mail call thing that I see people do, and I was told that'd be a good idea, and I'm like, hey, yeah, it would be because I've had a few people say something, so uh, I'd like to do that, and then of course put everybody's links and stuff like that in the description of that video, so that'd be cool. It'd be my first one. Patriot James was one of them. He just messaged me the other day and was like, hey, brother, I got some stickers. Would you like them and shit? I'm like, hell yeah, man. If you're offering, let me give you my email. I mean, my address. So I want some of his floats eventually, and I want to get a Uncle Josh knife too eventually. I have a fillet knife, so I don't need a fillet knife, but I'd like to get a real nice knife that I know would last and stuff for a bait knife. Because my bait knife, I have to constantly keep sharpening up on sharpening stone because it's just a piece of crap Walmart knife. My fillet knife is real nice though. The one that I actually clean a few fish with occasionally. It's that real nice, thin, flexible knife. There was that chat again. I can only see 3 at a time on this damn phone. I need a second device. All right. Okay, it's mostly just hello, so didn't miss too much. Yeah, 2:01 there. So you're an hour ahead of me. You're kind of like Jody and a lot of them. You're 1 hour ahead of me. Not yet, Lance. So far, all the people who said, "Hey, I'm gonna send you this and send you that," so I haven't gotten any of that in the mail yet. I use an old time skinning knife for my bait knife. Yeah, I just have just a generic ass knife that I bought at Walmart one time. It's technically a fillet knife, but it's not really because it's too thick. A fillet knife should be really thin so that you can get under that skin too and get that skin off there and stuff. Like you said, a skinning knife. That's also what a fillet knife should be like. You fillet it first so it's real flexible and flimsy so you can feel those bones while you're going along the rib cage down to the tail. That's how you get a real nice fillet without losing any meat. And then you flip it over and you go back under the other side and get the skin off without losing no meat either. That's what a good fillet knife should be, and I have one of those, which I never use for my bait knife. My bait knife is just an old ass generic Walmart fillet knife. It's not really a fillet knife though. It's shaped like a fillet knife, but it's too thick and fat to technically, and it's too sturdy. So it's good for bait. It's not good for fillets, in my opinion. But I'd like to get a really good, strong, sturdy knife off of Josh eventually. Once I get back into the, having a couple bucks. Uh, and then I'd like to get some, like I said, the Patriot James floats. Those floats with the little light in them and stuff. They look awesome. I mean, yeah, they kind of be fairly easy to make, but like I said, I have a few floats that I use that are made from pool noodles, but they don't light up. You can't see them. They do the job as far as keeping the float up, and if I shine a light at them, yeah, I can see them, but it's not like if I cast it out in the dark, I can't see it unless I point the light at it. I'd like to get some of his that have that light built in already. So you're just looking at the light out there and you can see where it's at. All right, good night, Ernie. Appreciate you stopping in, man. I might be up for a while tonight, so if you wake up in the middle of the night, it might still be there. Who knows? It's always random once I grab my drink and throw my camera on and just chit chat. Might be 5 hours, might be 1 hour, might be somebody trolling. Yeah, no, I'm pretty good on the trolling now. I ain't gonna let that happen again. But yeah, the get back to that topic, Lance. Technically, no. So far, anybody who has contacted me talking about, maybe wanting to give me a shirt because it helped, or send me some stickers or whatever else, I haven't received anything yet. Mail sometimes is slow, especially these days. So, but I will say one thing: if anybody has sent me something, and they think it should be here by now, feel free to contact me via email or messenger on Facebook and be like, all right, this went out like a week ago or a week and a half ago. It should have been there. And I'll let you know. So far, it has not. Once it does, I'll respond and let you know I have got it. And then once I get a few things to be able to collect and make a small video for a mail call, then I will. Snail mail at its best. Yeah. I remember back in the day, you were pretty much almost damn near guaranteed 2 days as long as it was in the United States. Like you could be in California and sending something to Florida. It was damn near guaranteed to be there in 2 days. Not these days. Not these days. Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of which, sorry, let me pull my banner up. I don't know why that's not scrolling. I usually like to scroll my email just in case. So, more broadcast info. Wait a minute. Is that where it's at? No. Where is that stuff? Settings. General. Ah, Why am I not? Oh, wait, no, it's over here. There it is. I forget it's up to the left or up to the right. Banners. There. I don't know why that wasn't already there. I usually like to scroll that email across the bottom just in case. But so yeah, for all those people who, say they are sending something or they're about to send something or whatever else, if they think I should have received it in a certain amount of time, they can always email me at that email address, or the ones that have me on Facebook can messenger me and then ask me. And if anybody who does have me on Facebook or does contact me via email, if you guys want my phone number, I'll give you that too, just so you can direct text me. Had to roll some smokes. Yeah, that's what I'll do too, man. Small town right here. I'll just roll them to order though. I don't roll a bunch of them. But oh god, that box is beat up. This is the one I took fishing the other night, and it got rained on, so it's all beat up. But yeah, I roll my own too, man. It's the only way to go. If you smoke, in my opinion, I mean it's a bad habit. And I wish I didn't, but if you do smoke, man, screw those Marlboros and those Newports and those whatevers. You go to the smoke shop, you buy you a pound of tobacco and 4 boxes of tubes, and you roll your own cigarettes. I'll personally pay $21 for 4 cartons of cigarettes. If you go and buy 1 carton of cigarettes, which is technically a discount, it's like what, $110 or some shit like that? Hell no. $20. Well, 21 of some change after tax, and I get 4 cartons of cigarettes. Oh yeah, I gotta save your number. Let me scroll back here. I'm back. I had to roll some. Yeah, Chris, you did watch one time last time. I'm gonna have to watch that replay, Jody, because I want to see the asses wiggling down the docks. Lance rolls his own too. Hell yeah, man, that's the only way to go. I'm telling you. You know how Jody got Lee to have to wear makeup? Apparently, she got one ton of them out there shaking their butts on the dock. I gotta watch that replay. I got so many replays I gotta watch sometime soon. I'm kind of mad. Like I missed Stan Day. Well, not Stan Day. Stan Day is every week, but I missed Stan's birthday thing. When I got home, I went to click on it, and I was hoping they were still live, but it was already over. You can get 3 months worth for the price of a carton. Yeah. Well, not if you smoke like me. I actually spend that $21 or so about 3 times a month. So that's 4, 3 times 12. I'm doing about 12 cartons a month myself. It's ridiculous, but it is what it is. The machine, Chris. I have the where's it at? Here it is. I just have a single roller, and it takes me about 5 seconds to roll a smoke, max. I looked at the hand crank one time as a demo, and I'm like, no, it didn't look right. I'd rather I have the little single rolling slider. I bought a double roller once, thinking maybe that would be nice to crank 2 at once. What it was basically 2 of these machines side by side, kind of, but you slid it once, and it was supposed to roll you at 2. It seemed to jam a lot, so I just like this single roller myself. You got the hand crank. Yeah. I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't technically personally use it. I just was watching the demo and I didn't like it. Yeah, that's what I got there too. The filter tubes is literally an empty tube with the filter on it and that little single roller machine. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that replay. I bet it had to be freaking hilarious. But yeah, Lance, if you don't have my number yet, just messenger me sometime tonight before you head to bed, and I'll send you my number tomorrow. Anybody who, would like to be able to actually contact me in real time or whatever, like text is technically the best way to get a hold of me. I know usually I answer your messengers, those that have me on Messenger and stuff. I usually answer pretty quick, but oh, you already do have it. Okay. Well, then, yeah, save it and send me a text. But when you do, say, hey, this is Lance. That way I'll be able to enter you in my phone. But yeah, that's usually the first thing I check because I don't answer my phone. I don't talk on my phone. Just like I never thought I would have did this crap. I never would have thought I'd sit around and talk and put my face on camera because I don't even like talking on the phone. I was always a chatter and a texter. I didn't like talking to people. I would chat with the keyboard for hours, but I never talk to nobody. Even my lady don't call me. She texts me because she knows I don't like talking. So it's kind of weird that I'll do this now. But it's just fun. I love the people I've met on here and having fun and chilling out and shit. So it's a new thing to me. Oh hey, thanks Battle Traffic for talking to me. I mean, it's better when I'm fishing, but these little chit chat sessions are fun. They've become a semi regular norm for me. They are a little random because I mean, there's nights like tonight I wasn't planning on doing it either, but once again, I had a few people request it and say, "Hey, you gonna go live?" Since all the fishing people that were watching are ending, I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Give me about a half hour. Let me go grab a beer and get set up." Sometimes I do it from my front porch. Sometimes I do it from my backyard. Sometimes I throw a fire pit on, whatever. But once next season comes around, most of it will be fishing every single time. I'll be like on a body of water. But these things have become kind of regular and fun. I'm enjoying them anyways. Just sit around, having a few smokes, drinking a few beers, chatting with some good people. Sometimes we get some host up here and we break out fishing gear and have those type of talks, and then it turns into just the most random shit. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I'm hoping sometime next year, once the next season rolls around, and I'm a little more comfortable and I'm a little more regular with knowing everybody else's schedules and things like that. I'd like to have a regular show where either I come up on your channel. Where do you get your choosing tobacco? Just the local tobacco shop. I live in Jerome. It technically I live in Springfield. All right, my mailing address is Springfield, Illinois. Hey, Rich and Leo, what's up, man? Rich and Leo, like he says, is in the house. Um, anyways, I live technically, like my mailing address is Springfield, Illinois, but I live in a village. It's like a subdivision. We have our own mayor, we have our own voting station, we have our own leaf pickup sometimes, depending on how the area is doing. Sometimes they're like, oh, we can't do it because we can't afford it. But anyways, so it's called a village of Jerome, but it's in Springfield, Illinois, technically. So there's a little local tobacco shop about 8 blocks from me. It's privately owned, so it's not a big commercial joint or something. I'm not going to some big like tobacco outlet. I'm going to the locally owned tobacco shop. I spent 21 bucks for 4 cartons. And I just get the cheap stuff here. Matter of fact, I got the bag. Hold on, let me bring it up. It's what is it, Bowie? Or yeah, it's called Bowie. Look how big this bag is though. It's cheap. It's real generic. I get the full flavors, but it's this big ass 1 pound bag. And then I get 4 boxes of the 200 filters. I don't know if you can see that number now, but it says 200 right there. So this carton is this is an entire carton. It's 200 cigarettes, 20 per pack, 10 packs. That's a carton. And then this little bitty machine I have usually lasts me 4 to 5 years before it finally gives out to where like, okay, I got to get a new machine because it's kind of giving out on me. These are only like $3 and they last 4 to 5 years. So it's a great system, especially if you're a heavy smoker like me. I wish I wasn't. I really wish, I didn't smoke. I wish nobody would smoke, but yeah, it is what it is. But so this is only $3 to $4 depending on where you get it. You open it up, you sprinkle you some shit in there, you close it, you run your tube through it, bam, you got a smoke. And you guys have literally seen me out there fishing or sitting on my porch, smoke like 2 to 3 packs sometimes during the live because I'm constantly rolling one. Who's that? Is that one of the kids or is that you, baby? Oh, they're not going to answer me. Maybe they just let the dog out. Sorry, I heard the door up there. It's either one of the kids or my lady. Seems like they just let the dog out though because they're not answering. I'll smoke around 2. Yeah, I'll do at least 3. It's crazy. Like sometimes I wake up at 8 a.m. and I work at 11 a.m. And I swear I've already smoked a pack or 2 before I go to work. I smoke at least almost a pack while I'm at work. And then if I happen to do one of these lives or go fishing, I'm up, or even watching YouTube, I'm up all night smoking too. So it's kind of crazy. It could be almost damn near 4 packs a day. All right, see you, man, when you get back. Or, by the way, if not, see you next time. But yeah, I have this routine. I wake up in the morning. I have to have like 2 or 3 of my Bang energy drinks. I'll smoke like probably damn near a pack. Have sometimes I'll have breakfast, sometimes I won't. Use the restroom, get some water on my face and clean up and get ready for work. Check out a few videos if I can, if I see some people with some short videos or whatever. Can't watch no, hour-long live or 30-minute video or whatever, but if I see somebody posted a new short, I'll definitely like and comment and pay attention to that. If I see somebody is live, I might drop in and say, hey, check me out for a minute before I go to work, whatever. But used to smoke 2 to 2.5 in 12 hours. So yeah, you'd be about on my path then. lands. If you're up almost 20 hours, you're going to be going through 4. Buy 3 pounds of tobacco and 10 cartons of twos for $60. Let's see. Like I said, well, that's that might be a better deal than what I get, because I buy the 1 pound bag and 4 cartons worth of tubes, which balances out. Occasionally I run out of tobacco and have a little more tubes left. Occasionally I run out of tubes and have a little more tobacco left. But basically the 1 pound and 4 cartons worth of tubes balances almost perfectly. And I spent 21 on that. So if I got 3 pounds of tobacco and no, actually my deal is better. 12, that would be 12 cartons. I would get 12 cartons for $60. So no, I don't do the fridge thing. What's up, Brian B? Shit. Ain't nobody ashamed of themselves in my feed. You know that by now. What's going on, Brian? Thanks for hopping in, buddy. All right, see ya, Rich. If you do, be right back. That's funny, Brian. Shit, it's only 1:30. We just getting started, probably. I don't know though. I'm surprised. Normally by now we got near 20. It says there's 10, unless my feed thing up there is lagging. I do not keep them in the refrigerator, Alston, because they just do not last long enough. Like, I don't need to freeze them or refrigerate them to keep them fresh. And like I said, I actually don't roll them ahead of time. I literally, like, when I go to work, I take the box with me and it's all in there. And I just go out there, be like, hey, I'm going to go have a smoke. I go in the car, I grab it, I roll it, I smoke it, I roll it, I smoke it. When I'm at home, I roll it and smoke it. When I go fishing, that's the only thing that sucks when I go fishing now, though. When moisture kicks in out there, kind of sucks because it's hard to roll that, moist tobacco into a semi-moist piece of paper. So it gets kind of frustrating sometimes, and then I gotta go throw it in the car and let it dry out. But anyways, yeah, ain't nobody ashamed of here, Brian. You get that by now. Well, wait. I guess I can't speak for nobody else. Let me speak for myself. I'm not ashamed. I did get embarrassed the one night. We'll never forget that night, but other than that, nah, I don't get ashamed. I'm just glad I'm not the only one. I've seen a few people since then have a couple issues here and there, like, oh crap, I didn't even notice that was happening. I'm like, hey, welcome to my world. That's what happened to me. It was too cold to go outside tonight, though, Brian. It's 42 degrees. Yeah, I was laughing when they were like, how many BFFs can you have? I consider everybody on here so far to be a best friend until you show me otherwise. Took a 3-hour nap and woke up to crock pot ribs. I'm glad I read that slowly. I swore it said crack pipe ribs. Just kidding. Hey, yeah, we have That's one thing, since I am a cook, and then also my woman likes to cook too. We have damn near almost every tool you can think of. I still need a smoker though. The one thing I'm missing is a smoker. But we have 2 pressure cookers. We have a crock pot, we got the air fryer, we got deep fryer, we got, your cast iron skillets. I got some of those nonstick blue diamond skillets. I have a actual slicer that you slice cheese and meats and breads and stuff on. It's got 2 different blades. It's got the thin blade that's solid, and then it has the serrated blade. Just juicers and everything you think of that you would see in a damn commercial kitchen. I have either the good version of it, or I have the like more home use version of it. You 2 timed me in my face. uh, but I did 2 time you with J Dog. It's J Dog and Joe Dog now. Oh damn. First it was Bigfoot and Barefoot. Now it's J Dog and Joe Dog. You just need some space. Just hit the water, Brian. Get out there on the water. Relax. Release your mind. It'll come to you. That's why I love fishing. Freeze the mind. Nothing like the feel of that water. Everything else fades away. Even those backstabbing BFFs. Let's see if I can get any trolls. Kidding, of course. Forget them. We don't need none of them. All right, welcome back, Rich. Hey, no problem, man. People got stuff to do. If I beat her on Thursday, she got to quit J Dog. I gotta tell you, this last Thursday was so weird. I was like scared when Jody told me who was coming up. She's like, "Oh, J Dog's gonna be out there, and he's got Lee coming as a special guest, and then Snake River." Now, Snake River didn't end up getting to get off of work and stuff, but when she gave me the heads up of who was coming up Thursday, I was worried for a minute. We all ended up skunking except for them catching that gar and Jody's husband getting the flathead. Uh-oh. Is there gonna be a side bet every Thursday for the next 5 Thursdays? I ain't making no side bet. I'm gonna tell you because I already know I'm like way, like I'll be lucky if something ends up happening for some reason. It can here, but I ain't putting no wager on it. Tell you that much. Unless it's something simple like shave half your head, because I'm already bald, so I don't care. I'll shave half my head maybe one time. He said, "Nope, nope, nope. Won't give me to dance, rap, or sing or whatever, or wear makeup." How about just shave half the eyebrows off, Brian? You get to keep half the eyebrow, shave the other half off. That's like a compromise. Oh, snap. She said bigger plans for you. Now I'm curious. I don't know if he will tonight. He ain't got Charlie Brown to pick on. He likes to sneak up here and shh, shh, don't say I'm coming up before he gets up there and messes with Charlie. So that's what you guys don't see in the background. Like when somebody does come up here, I look up there and I can see their video. And Brian likes to sneak up here. He'll click the link and he won't tell nobody. And when I look in there and say, hey, buddy, throw me a wave or whatever, what I'm usually doing is talking to Brian B. I want him to communicate with me that it's really him after that first night. Mike, check out that little video I dropped last night. Well, funny way. Didn't really have... All right, I will check that out sometime, Rich. Is it you're on your channel? I'm assuming you're saying. I will check that out in the morning or maybe before I go to bed tonight. More than likely in the morning, though. Yee yee in the house. But anyways, what I was saying about Brian be like when Charlie Brown's up there and stuff, he wants to come mess with them. Or sometimes when we're having a little more serious thing, like some rod talk or real talk or whatever, he want to come up there. But he does this, like, shh, don't let him know I'm coming. I appreciate you dropping in. You're one of my channels I like to watch. I think I saw that you were live earlier, something about some Michael Myers or something, but I'd already missed it by the time I got off work. As far as the full thing, so I'm gonna check it out sometime though, because I like to watch. I like to watch most of your videos. I don't always get to see them right away. Even though I have you on all notifications, I have a lot of all notifications. So people who go more often kind of end up pushing other people off my screen. Usually when I come check you out though, Yee, I've actually went to my subscriptions button and then scrolled all the way down to Yee so I can see what you put up. Just like that Smash Fingers one, which was funny because you were like Yee instead of your normal hyper Yee. I saw that one because I scrolled all the way down, saw that you had the little blue dot that lets you know that there's something new there. So I clicked on it, and then that's when I saw that short about the smash finger but got a fish on, and you showed your bloody finger. Hey, I appreciate you, man. You put up some good stuff. You'll probably be in one of my rotations soon. I don't know if anybody noticed, but last night while I was up here was actually my first attempt at promoting other channels. And I had the host dropping the 5 links from the description. So my live last night had five links in the description. And I had the host kind of dropping them during the live. You're another one that I'll have up there eventually. It might not help. I mean, most of the people who know me obviously know all the other people, but I just happen to notice that there's some channels that I actually enjoy and I see them putting up content and trying to get their stuff started and whatever, just like I am. And they're either near the same number as me or they're, like 50 behind me. And I'm like, hey, if I can help hook them up with a few new people, I'm going to try. And I think it was last night that I did that. That was my first. Yeah, that was last night. That was my first time trying it. It seemed to work because I've seen a few people telling each other, "Oh, hey, I checked you out," and things like that. So it might work. But tonight was just really random. It was like I had like 15 minutes to go live because I was watching other people's lives, and people started asking if I'd get it, and I'm like, yeah, sure. So I didn't have time to actually go copy people's links and put them in my description tonight. Mike, much love. Wait a minute, that looks newy. I don't know if Mike, much love. Everyone should chat. But hey, K Dog, thanks for dropping in. I don't recognize the name right off the bat, so sorry if you've been here before. Uh, I just don't recognize it right off the bat. Appreciate you dropping in, or maybe that's from. Are you here from Rattletrap? Rattletrap said they shared me out. Lance, that's cool. No, just make sure if it's okay. If anyone sees him, drop a hi for me, please. Who haven't you seen in a minute? Let me scroll back here. Has anyone seen Country Boy catfishing lately? I'm not for sure about that one, Rich. If you have the link to their channel, drop it. You are from Rattletrap. I subscribed you from there, so yeah. All right, hey man, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I go fishing a lot, and then I mean, I've only been around for like, I haven't even been here in 90 days yet. I'm fairly new, but I try to do the fishing. I try to get in there and support other people's channels and mix it up and stuff. So, uh, Rattletrap, I don't think Rattletrap's a mod yet. If anybody has a K-Dog link, feel free to drop that. I mean, if they're gonna pop in here from somebody else's channel and try to show some love, I obviously can't browse around and do it myself right now. If not, K-Dog, I'll try to get that for you sometime soon. I'll check you back out from when I watch, because what I do is when I go live, I always watch my replays within the next couple of days. So I'll be able to come share some love back, man. And you can ask anybody in here. I'll make sure to come bring it back. I ain't here just for myself. I'm here for the community. I'm here to watch people enjoy their content, and then hopefully do something they can enjoy. So it's all about that circle, man. Appreciate you dropping in. Welcome aboard. Got 2 years on my arm now. A little cooked into my arm. I don't even know if you guys, I don't know if you'll be able to see this because my lighting, I'm not with my normal lighting, but if you see all that discolorization, I've had my hand cooked before. I had a second and third degree burns over this entire hand here. What happened was I had my grease level too high in a pot one night, and then I also had it on too long. So it was really, really hot. And then when I dropped my protein in there, the grease overflowed onto my hand and then down to the fire. So the grease hitting the fire obviously kicked the fire up, and my entire hand was on fire. I didn't want my house to burn down, so I had to catch that pot and run it out to the backyard. So both of my hands were on fire, and I was spilling hot grease all over my legs too. So they got lit up. Be careful when you're cooking with grease, man. Don't have the grease level too high. Thanks, Brian. Yee is one of them that I love watching, so appreciate them getting put out. Hey, Rich, thanks for the kind words, man. The website I use, medical supplies, are 14 bucks. I'm fighting stage 4. Oh, man. I'm trying to get medical supplies. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, man. I'm hoping I don't come down with something like that just out of the blue one day. That's what worries me with smoking 4 packs a day and drinking too much and things like that. I always feel fine except for feeling exhausted, but I'm just like, well, that's probably because I never sleep, but you never know. Hey, what's up, Mr. Alien Duggar? Are you observing again? Duggar's in the house. Hey, thanks, Rich. Yigi's actually got some really good stuff, especially like with the daughter. One of his first videos I ever watched, he was teaching his daughter how to like catch the fish and then actually grab the fish, unhook the fish, and release the fish and stuff. Like I said, I've only been around 90 days. He might have some stuff farther back, but that was one of the first videos I saw. And then there's I've watched damn near almost everything since, and I comment sometimes. I just throw a thumb up sometimes. I missed the live tonight though. I saw that notification, but it was already too late. So I got to see what that Michael Myers shit was about there. Yee. They're doing a routine alien check-in, right? Duggar says that tag team back to win. Check it and wreck it, and let's begin. 11-year military civilian service member with United States Peace Corps. For my benefits to kick in. Well, good luck with that, man. Hopefully that'll kick in soon for you. That'll help. I mean, I generally live paycheck to paycheck. A few times I get, some change here or there, and I try to do stuff for other people. But yeah, I don't have any kind of a retirement plan. None of that. I don't have any kind of service or anything to fall back on. Oh, I definitely will, Yee. I saw it. It's especially it's Halloween season coming up. My anniversary, people might think I'm kidding. I don't know if they do or not, but my anniversary is Halloween because that's how much I love Halloween. We declared that, me and my lady declared that our actual official anniversary is Halloween. That'll be our 19-year anniversary. Even though technically we started hooking up in like early September that year, we declared our official anniversary as Halloween. Well, dang, Lance, glad to hear you kind of overcame that. Obviously, I mean, you're way older than 24 now. I mean, you're like what, 27? No, you're more my age, or at least close to it. It seems like. Good to hear you beat it, Lance, because you're one of the fishing community best dudes. You support wise and doing your thing. So glad you're still kicking, man. It's okay. We live every time we get a perfect experience. Something always takes it away. Yep. Usually. The only reason I was able to treat myself this time, plus buy the stuff that I did for my giveaway, which, by the way, Monday, by the way, everybody, Lance, and some of the other people in here, Monday is when I'm finally going to do that. Because, slow ass Jeremy finally sent me his email. I was going to do it Friday because I finally got Avid's email, because I told him, I was like, dude, I looked through all my emails, I don't see it, but I have them on Messenger. So he finally sent me his thing, and I thought I was all straight, and I was bagging everything up. I have everything separated in a bag, and I looked at my paper, and I'm like, wait a minute, I got this and I got this, and it was freaking Jeremy again. Last night he finally emailed me during the live. I was like, dude, while I got you here, speaking of which, give me your damn email or you're not getting your prize. So he emailed me during that live. So I finally have his. So Monday I'm going to the post office to get everything out. But yeah, I don't have any extra money hardly ever. I got that stupid government check finally. The first 3 I did not receive. People kept talking about, I got this check, I got this check. My lady even got hers. I didn't get none. I finally got that damn check. And that's when I bought myself the lure rod, and then I bought the stuff that I wanted to buy for the giveaway, and I bought the Caudale sinkers for myself, and I bought the light, that Compex light, and the camera and stuff like that that I've been using while fishing now. And then I bought that second lure rod after that. Once I got the first one, I said, "Oh no, hell no, I need two of these." So, and then I did some super chats. I sent a little bit to Randall. I sent a little bit to John Parker, things like that. I joined a couple channels, and then now I'm broke again. I'm living paycheck to paycheck again after that little chunk of change. uh, like I think right now I have like $36 in my account until my next payday. It's crazy. They got cures, but the government, God dang it, the government keeps thinking like that. Yeah, yeah, they do. If there was one of my favorite lines about that type of thing, Yee was Chris Rock when he was talking about the money's in the medicine, not the cure. He was basically saying, "Oh, they can cure stuff. You can cure damn near anything if they really, really, really thought about it. But the money is in the medicine. That medicine can keep you going, keep you alive, whatever. So that company is making all this money, hand over fist money, by keeping you on them pills to keep you alive. And that's better for them because that's how they make that money. If they cure it, they ain't got no money because, oh, look, it's cured. You're good to go. You ain't got to pay nobody because you're cured." It's that medicine that keeps you alive or stable. That's where the money at. That was Chris Rock. I remember that. Everything's in my About Me page on my channel. I haven't done anything with YouTube for 8 months because of finding out. Yeah, I'll check that out to see your about page and stuff. But yeah, that's one of those things. That's especially if you're that stage for it. That's one of those things that kind of put you on your butt. That you ain't gonna you're not gonna. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say because I'm hoping I don't get that news one day. I mean, I've lost like 80 pounds this year, and I don't know if it's just because I'm working too much and getting too exhausted from other stuff, or if maybe I have something that I don't know about because I don't go to the hospital. It is what it is, but I think that's one of those things that you get that type of news. Yeah, it can floor you to where you're not going to be too focused on trying to do anything else. I don't know though. I don't know you that well yet. I'll try to get to know you. I always try to get to know everybody I've been meeting on here, so I'll check you out. I was a guinea pig on the shots used for keeping white blood cell count up nowadays. Now, see, that's the weird thing is, it seems like sometimes they want to get your white blood cells up, but then they tell you when your white blood cells are up, it's because your body is fighting off a disease or whatever else, and it's not a good thing. They want to get your white blood cell count down because it starts making your body attack itself if the white blood cells are too high. So it's one of those weird things when it comes to some of that science. As a matter of fact, that just happened. I was just hearing that on news recently because Clinton apparently had some disease attacking him or whatever the hell, the former president. Uh, And they were like, oh, well, the good news is his white blood cell count is coming down, which means his body is balancing, I guess, and the infection is less, so his white blood cells are down. So it's weird how at one time they want you to have high white blood cells, but then they want them to come back down. Good night, Chris. Thanks for hanging out again. You're a big supporter in the community, always all up in people's stuff. We appreciate you, man. And I obviously have you, and I look every once in a while. So far, I think it's still just the 3 videos. The I'm living that has life video and a couple shorts. Your 2 shorts, though, the comments are off. Your other 2 shorts, you can't comment on those. It says the comments are turned off. Have a good night, man. Sleep well. See you next go around. Tomorrow's the big day, ain't it? Tomorrow's Sunday. Has getting that trimming. Have caught a fish with that little rod. Wait a minute, did I miss a previous comment before that? That shot with across 4K, which could be again. Oh, sorry, I don't want to get lost too far back in the chat there, small town. It just says, have caught a fish with that little rod. What was that comment about? I scrolled back about 20 comments. I didn't see anything else about a little rod or catching a fish. What was that one? This one right here. Oh my God, it's 41 degrees here now. Chunky was cracked. Easy caught. Fish after fish. Sort of like what I had to Uncle. What I really cracked up was on the end of that feed, like after the tournament was over and everything else, and Has brought one in. All of a sudden, you know, after a little bit of commentary and shit, all of a sudden Chunky's like, hey, can I show something? It goes back to Chunky full screen. He's got 2 more fish. Granted, they were little bitty ones. He was holding them like this, but he had 2 more fish. Just to rub a little more salt at the end, like after it didn't even count no more. He's like, oh, look, I just happen to have 2 more. I was dying. I missed the first half of the show because I was at work, but I caught the last 2 hours of it, and I was dying, especially, you know, and Has, of course, great. Chunky's great. It was an amazing show. I just knew there was technically no winning angler in my mind that night, even though, yes, there was, because it was a challenge, but the viewers and the faithful watchers and subscribers and whatever, people who are always around, it was just an amazing night. We all knew it would be. The smack talk, the banter, the fun chat, everything. There was no way that wasn't just going to be a killer show. And it turned out to be just freaking beautiful. I loved it. There was like over 500 people in Haz's chat for a single, at one single moment. It was great. Brian B just makes you want a rematch. Yes, it was. It was all in fun, Brian. You did a great night in the chat too, like moderating the chat. The hosts were doing a great job, and the anglers, obviously, you ain't gonna go wrong when you got freaking Haz and Chunky up there shooting the shit at each other and fishing. I guarantee if they both skunked that night, it still would have been one of the best shows to watch in town. Like, just the fun. No, well, that's what I was trying to ask him. It didn't seem like a question here, Lance. I'm going to scroll back. I actually asked, but I haven't received an answer. Oh wait, now it's okay. Now it looks like a question. I'm sorry. I thought it said have caught a fish, but it says have you caught? Small town. Yes, I actually created a video on my YouTube page. It's called "The Adventures of the Little Rod," because I'm going to try to document everything I ever do with that little rod because of that night. What that video is I downloaded my live streams and I cut out 3 parts. And the description actually explains the story on that video. The description describes like why I started the adventures of the little rod, because people were watching that night when I caught the pole first. I thought I had a bite on my rod and I reeled my rod up, and then I realized, well, holy shit, I don't have a fish, I have a rod. So I pull the rod up and I show the rod first. I'm like, hey, well, don't this beat all? Look at this little rod I caught. I just caught me a rod. But I had a bunch of line all tangled around from that rod too. It was tangled up on my other equipment. You could see me almost trip a few times because it was wrapped around my legs. Now, while I was trying to untangle it from my poles and stuff, I felt a tug on my ankle because I had some string wrapped around my ankle. So I got it off my ankle first, and I go like this, and I start hand lining it in. Now, it was really, really windy that night, and the waves were crashing, and I felt a little bit of weight. But I thought, oh, maybe it's got a big fast anchor on it, and there's waves, so maybe that's what it was. But then during that, I go, oh shit, no, there's a fish on here. This pole I caught has a fish. I gotta get the net. And I get the net and I go ahead and hand line it some more, and then I reach in with the net and I pull it out. And I had that catfish. It was about a 3 or 4 pound catfish. It was hooked to the lip, and it was also all lassoed up. So I took the hook out first, and then I cleaned them off, got all the string off of them, showed him the camera again. I was like, oh, showed that he was still alive, showed he was breathing, and I released him back into the water, healthy. And then since then, I've technically caught 3 fish on it, but one of them was a green sunfish on the dock the day that Straight to the Point was supposed to come meet me, but he ended up not being able to. I do not have the video of that one, but I do have the video of the other 2 fish. I was live again at my other spot. I caught a drum and I caught a channel cat within about 5 minutes of each other. I cut those videos and added it to that video. So if you go to my actual YouTube channel and you look through my videos for the one called The Adventures of the Tiny Rod, which will be a continuing story, is a cut up video that shows the night I caught that catfish. Well, I caught the rod first and then the catfish, released it. And then it shows when I caught the drum and threw him in my bait bucket because I did end up using him for bait. It's a drum. And then I caught a channel cat and I released it. It's the same string, it's the same sinker, and it's the same hook. I have done nothing to that rod yet. All right, Rich, thanks for hopping in again, buddy. I appreciate it. I will see you next time. So anyways, yeah, that's the video. And from now on, anytime I go out there, now eventually I may take that string out and put some thinner string in there because it doesn't go that far. I was using it on this Thursday during Pontoon Jody's flathead challenge. I did eventually throw that rod out with a small piece of chicken on that little hook. And that rod actually got more action than anything that night. And I kept thinking, oh, please, let me get something in here. Let me bring a fish on the little rod. It kept bending. It kept getting hit, but nothing hooked up. But yeah. Now here's the thing is at first it wouldn't cast, so I had to pull the line out and hand whip it out, but it did reel in. But I noticed that night, I don't know if it was the moisture in there or what, but I said, you know what, hell with it. Let me try to cast it. And I pushed the button and I threw it and it did cast out. So now it is fully working, but it only goes out about 20 yards. So I might eventually pop that top off, take all that string out, put a thinner string in so I can get more distance on it. But yeah, so technically, to answer the question after all that rambling, I have caught 2 fish on it. Well, 3 technically, but 2 fish on video. And I even broke it out during Pontoon Jody's challenge on Thursday night when I was fishing out there. Let me scroll back up here because I was rambling for a minute, so I know I missed some chat. Yeah, that part I saw already. Get thumbnail yet? Yeah, on a rematch. I saw that earlier. Did you see his question? Yeah, there we go. I'm getting his ass back. I wish I was camping at the lake right now. 41 degrees and then waking up, setting up fishing poles and breakfast. Hell yeah. That's a good time right there, K-Dog. I'm actually trying to go camping Halloween weekend. Because Halloween is a Sunday. So I requested off Saturday night. I'm normally off Sundays too, even though I picked up tomorrow. But I'm normally off Saturday and Sunday. So we're trying to do a camping weekend during Halloween, which I will try to get some fishing too. Do you have to a monster on that? Big fish. Yeah, I am Duggar. And yeah, it was cool, man. It was a cool like live feed. Like I'm sitting there fishing and then that strange thing happening. I said right in the video, I'm like, that's why I love fishing. You never know what's gonna happen when you go fishing. But yeah, that little pole, that thing doesn't break. You guys saw in the video, I bent the tip all the way down to the reel. So that rod will not break because of a fish. So I'm going to try to land big fish on it. But even if I don't land big ones, I do want to keep chronicling like 2 to 5 pounders on it or multi-species on it. Because I just feel like that's a good little fun storyline to have. That little rod that I caught for free out of the lake that still works. I saved a catfish, released it back, and now I can catch fish on it. That's funny. But I am going to keep that original hook as long as I can. The hook that was actually in that fish is still on there. It's the same hook that caught the drum and caught the channel cat. I'm going to keep that hook as long as I can on that pole as long as I can until I end up losing it. just to add to the actual originality of that story. I don't want to change the hook. Even if I do change the line, I'm gonna tie that hook back on there. I'll tell you who really likes it too, Valerie. Everybody knows Valerie. She's great. She enjoys that ride. That's why I shouted her out. I couldn't see. I wasn't watching the chat because I was up on screen during that challenge, but I knew the chances was she was there. So I was like, Valerie, if you're in here, I'm throwing out this rod for you. Because I know that she gets a kick out of it like I do and some of the other people do. But yeah, I would technically, in best case scenario, what I would like to do is take that cap off there, take the line off, re-spool it with some thinner line, take that big old sinker up there, put on maybe some split shots or something like that to where it's not so heavy. That might have been what happened the other night when I kept getting those little bends. The fish might have been feeling that big ass weight that was on there and not committing and like running away from it. But once Jody mentioned downsizing her hook, I was like, oh, speaking of which, I still have available rods because I'm not to her rod limit of 6 yet. So I was like, let me go get the tiny rod for shits and giggles. Threw it out there, and that thing got more bites than anything else. All right, Duggar. Thanks for popping in again, man. Have a great night. Always appreciate you seeing popping in. I didn't get no alien icon tonight, though. Times it 2. See ya, man. Thanks again. Let's see, is that pay? Almost thinking if I should pop out there and see if anybody's doing anything or not. I don't know. It's Saturday. Can't think of anybody who's normally doing stuff Saturday nights. At least not at this time. 2 o'clock. Lance, I think me and you need to try to get together sometime for a little split screen of fishing. On your channel or mine. I don't care. I think that'd be a good fun time too. Especially because you're getting happy about the cold weather. I'm not too happy about the cold weather, but I'm going to do it this year for a little while at least. Maybe up through at least through November into early December. I got some gear that I can wear to keep me protected, but I think it'd be fun. Me and you up there chilling out. You were like one of my first 25 subscribers, I think. It'd be fun fishing with somebody like you or Bobby or Snake, some of those real early subscribers. I think it'd be fun to do a little split screen just for fun, shooting the shit, chit chat. Next weekend. Yeah, as far as I know, I ain't gonna have nothing going on. It just depends. Like I said, Friday and Saturday are still my long days, even though I've been cutting my hours some. I go to work. I have to be punched in by 11, but I usually like to punch in early so I can get set up. So I usually punch in about 10:45 in the morning, and I don't get off until 9:30 to 10 at night. As far as Friday and Saturday. Sundays I was off, but I did just open them except for my anniversary. I put in time off because I got some paid time off available. So I requested that weekend off to go with my lady. We're gonna try to do some camping and fishing up there in Taylorville. It's about a half hour away, but it's a nice little lake and it's got a spillway behind it that I love. I'm gonna try to get some sleep tonight. If I haven't eaten yet. Tomorrow I'm gonna shop there for lunch. Yeah, I've been there. I go to like shelters and churches and stuff like that, and the soup lines for lunch. Usually, at least a nice, decent, warm lunch. Well, all right. I appreciate you popping in, K Dog, and I'll try to check you out sometime soon. I don't always do it immediately, but anytime I see a new name, I try to get to them sometime soon to check them out. Thanks for sharing your story and stuff. I'm sad that it's like a painful story right now, but still appreciate you hopping in, checking us out, dropping a little bit of information about yourself, man. Good to see you. Nice to meet you. Well, sometime in the spring after April, we'll be able to fish all night again. So your time frame is depending on the time of year. That's what sucked when you said, "Oh, you can't fish at night during whatever certain times or whatever." That I'm like, "Oh, that sucks." That's my favorite time to fish. I like sitting out there during the day too, because I do get a hot day bite, but I enjoy the nighttime more. You get less activity out there to where people are bugging you, less boats. I mean, except for one of my spots, you guys have always heard it. There's always people partying and whooping it up in one of my spots, but overall, the nighttime is better. So it sounds like you're saying in the springtime, after April, you'll be able to fish all night. Yeah, which sucks. You don't want to drive, 2 hours or an hour and a half or whatever just to get to a place. And if the fishing's slow, you're like, ah, crap. Now I got another hour and a half to 2 hours to get home. Plus, you got to pack up all your gear. So you're looking at like a 2.5 to 3 hours to get back home. I know that. It's just like when I go to my lakes, it's not far from me, maybe 25 minutes to get to most of my spots. But if you get all the way out there, by the time you unpack and by the time you get set up, you're catch some bait, get into the water. That's an hour from the time you left your house. That's why I've had to leave to get to Jody's shows. I've had to leave straight from work. Like I'm putting now. Actually, last week I actually came home first because I drove home because I wanted to get those bait bullheads out of my fish tank. So I drove home real quick to get them, but I literally walked in the door, grabbed. I already had the bucket full of water. I left it out the night before to catch all the rainwater. I drove home, ran in the house, grabbed the bullheads, threw them in the bait bucket, got in the car, and went straight to the lake. The week before that, which was the first week, if I recall right, I left straight from work. I didn't even go home. I just went straight from work. Uh, I knew I wasn't. I thought I wasn't going to be able to catch no bait fish because all I had was those little red worms. I usually try to use night crawlers with it. So I just grabbed a couple chicken breasts from work. That's what happened last week. But yeah, if you got to drive real far just to go fishing and then you get there, you take all the time to get set up, get in the water. And if it's not biting, it's like, ugh. Says they're six. They must be all sleeping. Jody taking a power nap again. Looks like it's just me and you chit-chatting a little bit right now. Right. I wasn't even planning to go live. I just had a few people saying, yeah, go live. So I went live. Had fun for a while, but now I'm like, oh, should I go check out some videos? Should I see somebody else's live so I can chit chat and watch people catch fish? So, you know what? I'm going to take my phone by the computer and I'm going to log in on the computer and browse around so I can actually be live and check around and see what's happening. So let me move this stuff over there. I'll be right back, Lance. I'm going to move my stuff by my computer and then I'm going to actually be live to where I can still see what's going on here and chit chat just in case people pop in besides me and you. And then also see if anybody else is live to see if something's happening. I'll be right back. I just have to boot that up and then use rough real quick. I'll be right back over. All right, let's see. I'm gonna need my charger. All righty. Guess I'll go that way. Hey, Jody. I'll read your comment in a second. I was just picking up my camera to go by my computer. I saw you pop up there. Ooh, that didn't break. There we go. Let's see, where's the plug-in for this? All right, phone's plugged in. Next year I'll be fishing the Mississippi River. Oh, well, hell, that'd be nice. I haven't even fished the Mississippi, and it's technically kind of close to me. Maybe a couple hours if I could get out and drive. Be right back. Please enjoy the commercials from our sponsors. Ah, Jody. My God, this thing is so old. It gives me like pop-up warnings about stuff. That's how I had to bootleg my giveaway though. I remember I was like on my phone streaming from the phone and then showing the computer screen. Look, Lance, she woke up from the power nap. And then it lags. This thing is so freaking old. I really need to wipe it, put a new operating system on it. But I just decided, hell with that. Let me still keep streaming from the phone and then go look on YouTube on my computer, see what's going on. Is there something we can find to get into or what? There are a couple videos that maybe I can showcase that other people don't know. Oh my God, that's funny. It actually does say live now. I want to see something real quick. I don't know. Here, let me you probably can't see it, but right there it says I'm live now. I'm gonna try to hop in my own little chat and see if I can chat in the chat screen with you. I've never tried that before. But it says right there, Mike's fishing home shooting a breeze. It says another request, shooting the breeze. 7 watching, started streaming 2 hours ago. Yep, I can see my computer back there too. I think I'm about to chat with you once it all loads up. Like I said, this thing is so slow. I got spinning bullets right now. I'm barely ever on this computer. It's still loading stuff. Oh, it's obviously lagging too. I'm just now seeing me point at the computer on this screen. Jesus. It says 6 watching. Come on, where's the chat? It's not showing me the little chat area. Let's click got it. It says, oh wait, there it is over here. I'm sorry. I was looking down here, but apparently it's over here. It says say something. Let me see if that comes up on screen. I'm surprised Avid hasn't popped in. I don't know. Maybe it's been busy, man. Yep, there it is. Jesus Christ, talk about lag. Uh, I actually have not seen Avid personally come into my feed in like a few days. I popped into his little fishing hangout this morning to show a little bit of love before I went to work, like before I actually punched in. And so I checked him out. But yeah, I haven't seen him in one of my feeds in a few days at least. All right, so that worked. I just wanted to see if it did or not. So yeah, technically I can chat from my computer while streaming from my phone. The whole second device theory thing. I've never done that before. But I'm gonna go back out and then see, like, look at my account, see what else is out there. Yee is already in there. Let's see, where's the live? Where's my subscriptions? Oh, here it is, subscriptions. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so it shows 7 subscriptions, and then it says show 368 more. I have maybe 7 that's not fishing community. So 368 is probably how many fishing people I'm following from this community. I want to see what the lives are though. Let's see here, live. Does that show me everybody live, or does it show only my followers or people I'm followed to? What the hell? I clicked live and it went to 351. He's not live. Let's click back. Sorry, I'm just trying to have fun, trying to figure out this computer thing. I don't look at YouTube on here much because this thing is like 10 years old. and I don't get on here often. Okay, here we go. Here's a bunch of lies. Oh yeah, that's stupid. It shows you everything that's live apparently. You probably can't see this because the glow of the computer screen, but oh whoops, now it went to Google. God damn it. All right. Anyways, the weird thing was I clicked live and I would think that would only show you who you follow, but no, it showed me there was like Chinese writing and all kinds of stuff up there. It should only show you who's live in your feed if you're freaking, you know, in general terms, you would think, hey, who am I trying to look up this live? Oh, people in my feed. Let's try my channel. No, it doesn't say anything over there about that. So I guess I'd have to go to subscriptions, show all. I'm gonna try to see if there's anybody live in my subscriptions. Scroll, 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 scroll. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody live yet. Scroll, 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 scroll. Jesus Christ. Scroll, 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 scroll. I'm seeing little blue dots like there's new content, but I check that daily. Martin UK. Scroll, 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 scroll. There's Melissa. Scroll, 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 scroll. There's Outcast Live. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Skins and Scans. Scroll, 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 scroll. Yeah, I'm already down to the T's. There's Takedown Kenneth. The Dobson. Scroll, 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 scroll. 3P. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Yeah, it's not showing me anybody live. So I'm not missing anything technically, it doesn't look like, to go in and, chit chat and say, hey, how's it going? And check them out. I'm going to click the live button one more time up here, though, just to see if anything pops up there. No, the Aurora Borealis is live. First Responders Media Saturday is live. No, none of that. That's not anything to do with my channel or who I follow. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just playing around. That's weird, though. Let's see what's going on over here. Ernie. Did Ernie pop back in? Hey, Ernie, welcome back. I'm just goofballing off over here looking on my computer trying to see if there's some other stuff going on. Brain working overtime. Can't sleep. Worried about one thing. Ain't done. And can't get back to Africa with the sick ones here. Oh, man. Sorry to hear about that, Ernie. Is it just sick like what do you call it, like head colds and whatever else, or do you have any of that, like jailhouse 19 stuff going on, or what's she call it, no, cell block. I like the way Laura describes it. She calls it cell block 19. Anyways, that's weird. I can't see anything going on over there. It's let me actually see what YouTube shows on my channel. That is not right. Hey, Frogster. Still running around looking for Skillehead. Hey, guys, I kind of called it. earlier at like 1 something. I was like, Frogster should be waking up soon. And there you are. I was over there chit chatting. Now I decided to come look at the computer and try to check out a few things on YouTube from my computer. No, what's weird here is I'm trying to check my channel, but for some reason it's taking me to like lightning channels and some weird other stuff. I was trying to see if anybody else was live. I do not see it. Oh, there we go. It finally went to my channel. So I'm trying to check out my channel now just to see if there's something on there that I don't get to see on my phone. Like I said, that's weird because it says I'm right there, not gonna watch. But one, two, three, four, 6, 7, 8. Scroll back. How is Miss Chrissy England? I remember when my door to open so I can run and get food and stuff. Sunday and managed to see something. Okay. Wanted breakfast and was gently calling on my face. Says all good. Doctor said she was supposed to go back to work, but she got COVID and son has son of a biscuit. Man, hopefully it works out. That's what I was saying when I said cell block 19 because that's how Laura the Explorer referenced it, which I liked because these social media sometimes get iffy if you actually say the word. So uh they get to talking all that legal crap about misinformation or anything else just because you say the word. So uh I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully everything works out. Let me just do this one more time because I'm testing this again. Test 2. I want to see how bad this lag is. I'm going to send the word test 2 and I'm gonna say enter when I hit the enter button because I want to see how long it takes. So enter. So there's about a 4-second delay, it seems like. Huh. All right. I'm gonna close that down. Guess I'll go back over to the couch. I just wanted to come over and see if anybody was live or if anybody was doing anything, and I am just not seeing anything on there at all. So I'm gonna go chill. I'm gonna go chill back on the couch. I'm not going outside at 41 degrees, that's for sure. I will be right back. I have one more thing to go grab again to get comfortable here. Back in my original position. All right. Back. All right, let's go back over. Yeah. All right. Last year and part of this year, my girlfriend was She couldn't fish, but next spring she's ready to fish. Yeah, get back on that water. The water is healing, man. Hopefully next season be able to chill out there and hang out together. That always makes it better when you got your partner with you. I just wish mine would be camera friendly. She does not want to be on camera at all. So even if she does go fishing with me, she'll be like way over out of view. She don't want no part of it. Which is weird because she's so sociable. I was always the antisocial person. So the fact that I'm starting to open up and have fun and hey, let's chit chat and fish and putting my face on camera. She's always totally sociable. But yeah, it's like I don't want no part of that camera action. Kind of weird. Uh, get down to a little bit crazy. You just can't get stronger every day. The father has been absolutely proud to you. Yeah, she's feeling better. But it's a turn. It's a little different. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I was just I didn't even see the previous comments, but I was just yeah, mine doesn't want no part of nothing. She did. I will say one thing. My daughter and my lady did get caught in one video, but it wasn't from YouTube. It's when I did a Facebook Live. It was in Lake Taylorville behind the spillway, and I had the camera on the tripod, and it was sitting out there, and it was a little too far away from me, so I couldn't really see what was going on. It did actually capture about probably an hour to an hour and a half of both of them on camera. It's on my YouTube in my archive lives, but it was a Facebook Live that I did in the very beginning, right before I started this whole thing, and I didn't really know anything. I couldn't even see. There was no chat or nothing. I wasn't interacting live on Facebook, but I was Facebook Live. So I downloaded that video. I have two of them that were Facebook Lives. I downloaded them from Facebook and uploaded them to my YouTube. So there's technically one video where my lady and my daughter is kind of in the shot most of the time behind a little spillway. She loves pan fishing. Yeah, pan fishing is awesome too. Obviously, you know, Lance, that's how you met me. You saw my little multi-species video. I love all fish. I just love getting on the water and fishing. I mainly just target cats and I try to go for the big ones. But I love all fish. What is pan fishing? That's basically fish that you would normally catch that are small enough you just cut them and throw them in a pan. Like Fish Snatcher says, if you think about Fish Snatcher when he's always like, throw them in a pot. Same thing. Talk about like small fish. Pan fishing is basically your bluegills, sunfish, whatever. Those little fish, crappies, things like that is what most people call pan fish. It's fish that you can easily just throw in a pan and cook. At least that's my take on why they call them pan fish. But it's basically your what most people will consider bait fish is also what you would call pan fish. Sorry, guys. I'm just scrolling back through the chat here a little bit to see if I'm missing anything on my transition. And that's another weird thing about this streaming on the phones. I gotta tell you, even when I scroll back through the chat and I look at every comment sometimes, I think some of it lags. Hey, what's going on, country girl? Because when I go back and watch the replay, I will see so many chats that I didn't see even during the live when I scroll back. So I don't know if it lags and then does not send to the phone or what. But there's times where I watch the chat the next day and because I get confused, I'm like, why the hell did that conversation not match up with that conversation? And then when I watch the replay, I'm like, oh, okay. There's 4 comments I didn't get to see. Jody's good at doing that too. I realize because there's times where she's made comments about her videos that she saw it the next day or the day after that. So Jody's real good about that too. It's a good habit to watch your own replays or your own videos and scrub it and see what you missed or see if there was something you know can like do better with for your next one. So yeah, it's crazy though, Ernie. Like right now, if I do this and I scroll back the chat, like I'm scrolling my finger right now. So technically, you would think I see everything that's said right now within the past 5 minutes while I'm scrolling. But no, when you watch your replay, you'll see so many comments that you did not see at the same time stamp. Be good. We don't sleep much around here. Yeah, I'm kind of known for these weird late night random ass stuff. That's why I was laughing the other day. Mark was talking to Brian during Jody's thing, like about his no script. Why don't you do more of those late night no scripts? I'm like, hey, you leave that late night shit to us new guys. uh, y'all can have the prime time where you guys all, one goes live for an hour and then it ends, and then the next show comes on for an hour, and then Epic will go live and go fishing for 6 hours, and y'all leave that real late night random stuff to us new people. Let us have a little bit of time. And it was funny because Brian B did go ahead and say, he's like, hey, that Mike's Fishing home, he's got that late night stuff and it's pretty good usually. He didn't mention the roughness of it at times. So I appreciated that shout out. If you're still back there in the background or half asleep, Brian B or anything, whatever, I appreciate you shouting out. And when I cracked that joke about leaving that to us new guys. That is one thing I do hate about some of the stuff I really do want to watch, like Brian's no script. I'd love to catch that. Uh, Dabo, I kind of miss. I don't get to see Willie as much as I did in the beginning, just because of my weird work, and then sometimes when I'm trying to get out on the water, and then sometimes when I'm doing my own thing. So some of the channels I like watching, I accidentally miss when they're doing something. That's why I went over to the computer to see if anybody else was live. Like, am I missing something? The first time I watched myself, I didn't realize my accent was that damn country southern. Well, especially since they're so damn North. That's a good idea, Frogster. If you can kind of network within your community, and yeah, that's a good idea right there, Frogster. Let's see, look at his chat. What am I missing, country girl? I only can see. I have a small phone. I can only see like 2 to 3 comments at a time, and if somebody posts a big comment, I miss a lot. But yes, I usually try to pay attention. I'm scrolling back now, and see, I'm not missing anything. It doesn't look like I saw your last comment. Here's what I see from you. I just got off a 14-hour shift. And then the very next thing I see you say is, does he look at his chat? I haven't seen anything else. If you're talking to me, I see your comments right now. I just responded to 2 of them. Can she not hear me? Country girl, hi. I just read your last 2 comments. Frogster can hear me because she says guilty. I post big comments. Country girl, I'm going to scroll back and I'm going to tell you your last 3 comments, which don't actually tie together. I just got off a 14-hour shift, which I actually commented to right away. I talked about some of my work schedule. The very next comment from you is, does he look at his chat? Which I responded to. Your next comment was, does he not see my comments? Which I responded to. Can you hear me? Ah, your phone was messing up. Okay. I was responding to those comments. Granted, yes, sometimes I ramble or tell a story and I kind of don't pay attention for a minute. But as soon as I'm done with my story, I do this with my finger and I kind of scroll back to see if I missed anything. Welcome aboard, by the way. It seems like a newer name. I don't know if I recognize you as a regular. So I appreciate you stopping in, especially tonight's kind of a slow night. We normally have 22, sometimes near 30 at this time. So I appreciate you here on the slow night. And Frogster, I don't mind your big comments because sometimes they stop me and make me go back and read the full comment. And sometimes there's a lot of information that needs to be out there, and I'll highlight it up. I have the new iPhone, and it's not too smart to me. Well, I have a $45 what do you call them? LG. It's a LG. Life's good with it. Android. It's an Android phone, and it's small. It's like 4x6. So my chat screen is very small over there. But we generally have a good time. Kick it, no holds barred, whatever. Sometimes, as Brian B would say, sometimes it gets a little rough in here. How did I get through nursing school? Not via a phone education, obviously. You showed up in person. Hey, Jody. We didn't wake you from another power nap, did we? It's not hard to slap a needle It's the phone I taking. Hey, Big Slim, what's up, man? Thanks for hopping in. All things considered, fairly slow night tonight, but we're still having fun. At least I am. I'm just chilling downstairs, though. I'm not going outside tonight. It is too damn cold out there. It's 41 degrees. It's been raining for 2 days, so it's kind of wet and cold, too, on top of it. That was like when I went fishing the other night. I got rained on like 5 times. I'm surprised I didn't catch some kind of cold or get sick or anything off of it. I'm gonna check my weather in the morning to see what next week's gonna look like, because I'm hoping it's better. I don't mind if it's a little chilly, but hopefully not the damn rain again. So where'd you enter in from there? Hey, Darlene, what's going on? Darlene Perry. We obviously recognize that one. Where'd you hop in from, country girl? Yeah, see, Ernie Brown didn't recognize it either. I thought so too. She came in swinging though. Fit right in. Ernie, same here. Some people use this as yeah, thanks so much. From Tennessee. That's actually where my oldest daughter lives now. The one from a previous relationship way back in the day. She lives in Tennessee. I can't remember the exact area, but I know she's in Tennessee now. And that's where Jody is technically. She's always talking about the Watts Bar and the Tennessee River spots there. Yeah, so that's where Jody's from too. Ah, but you live in Vegas for work. Yeah. It'd be a good place to work. That money is in Vegas. Big old tourist spot. Everybody in the country and some people from around the world want to go to Vegas to spend some money. Fox are psychiatric or psychopathic. I mean, just kidding, Frogster. Oh, trauma, man. I've been there a couple times myself. We appreciate y'all work. When I snapped my femur in half, shattered my ankle, and got 12 staples in the head all at the same time. Yeah, I was in the trauma. Hey, thanks, Lance. That way I'll be able to check out that link in the morning. Appreciate that. See if I have her already or not, but I don't think so, because I honestly I don't recognize the name. They're one that picking up when I go to Miss Darling will be on the as possible. What's crazy is how many catfishing communities there are out there, but this one is the one that's just like it stuck in my craw, like watching because I watched all the OGs originally, like I said, Chris Flores, uh, Catfish Dave, um, the Monster Rod Holder dude, Steve Douglas. That's who I used to watch only. Then I started getting into a few other people, River Certified, Spencer, Josh from Tide Pig Patrol, and stuff like that, where I just watch the videos. But I'll never forget that one day that Chunky popped up as a recommendation, and I clicked it, and he was live, and I was watching. I was like, "Oh, this is an amazing show." And then the mods were dropping links, and I just started clicking links, started adding a few people, checking out some of their videos, and that's basically how I got into this. I'm tired, but might make a mixed drink. Yeah, them adult beverages help us out. I mean, unless you mean like pineapple juice and water, but I doubt it. Cheers. And then I still say Big Mike is the one that gave the best advice, and I've been trying to do it more. I'd like to do it more than I do. Like nights like tonight, I should actually just have gone out there, but I'm like, I'm freaking tired. I worked all day, put in 11 hours. Let me go home and just chill out, see who's live, and watch some videos and have some fun. And that's what I was doing until everybody ended. I'm like, well, shit. All right, I guess I'll go allow myself just chit chatting. I'd rather be on the water though. You're saying watch that mason jar like when you fill up your mixed drink. If you really country, you're gonna be drinking out the mason jar. Some moonshine type stuff. Yeah, see, there we go. She said fire water. That's what I was thinking of, like the old moonshine shit. See, Lance said moonshine too. All right, some of us are on the same page. Ernie Brown got a 2-gallon that's 3 years old. Man, I'm gonna have to come raid Ernie's refrigerator. Oh, wow, biscuits. I tried to drink money to get him a country girl doesn't surprise me from Tennessee. Yeah, country girl is actually why I've been trying to stick with this crap beer. It still at least, yeah, does okay. I can enjoy myself and conversate on it. I usually like to get lit up though with a big old bottle of Fireball and Four Loco, but doing these lives, I decided I need to stay a little more stable so I can pay attention to what's really going on. After one night, I had a troll pop up here one night, shed some light on the situation. I need to stay a little more focused. I actually have a guy at work that makes his own moonshine all the time too. His name's Sonny. He's like kind of like a homesteader style guy, and he makes moonshine. Brings in some sometimes for us to sample. Gives us a little bit. Then we have another guy who has those special cookies, and they're good. I ate one day, and I felt it until about 7 o'clock the next day, like damn near 24 hours later. Boom, boo, heavy dancing all night. Folks are retired now. Get a little geeked out on that caffeine and get the twerking on there, Frogster. From lily pad to lily pad. Sometimes I'll still hit the Four Loco on these lives, but yeah, I gotta sip them just cause. Ugh. If I don't sip them, I like to chug them down. If I chug those down, it goes back to your comment. Does he even read the chat? No, because the chat disappears. I get the rambling. I'm looking this way and that way. I ain't even paying attention to what's going on. I don't drink much. It's my meds when I feel the cold coming on. What? I don't drink much. Uh, that's my problem though. I drink. I call myself. I forget what comedian said it, but there was a comedian that coined the phrase when they were talking about it. They said highly functioning alcoholic. That's what I consider myself because I like to get lit the hell up at night. I might only get 2 hours of sleep before I go work 11 hours sometimes. But I get to work. I'm stable at work. I don't think about drinking until I get off work. It's not like I'm sitting there all day like, "Ooh, I need my drink, I need my drink." But once I get off, yeah, I need my drink. And then I get lit up all night again. Then I get about 3 hours of sleep again and go back to work again. Now, luckily, since September hit and them unemployment benefits ran out and stuff, we finally got people hired again to where our hours got reduced. It sounds retarded, especially getting older as I am. You would think I want the most money I can get, but after working 50, 60, 70 hours the last 5 years in a row almost, it's nice to be down to like 40 hours. Yeah, I work 14 hours today and only sat for like 5 minutes. So exhausted. Yeah, see, that's how I was for a while, but these last couple weeks, I'm down in hours, and I'm trying to actually get less hours, just because we are gonna pay this house off in 2 years. We will own this damn thing. Well, 2.5. We will own this house in 2.5 years. So getting to that point where after all these years, I'd like to finally settle down. Like, yeah, let me work like 3 days a week. Hey, K Dog's back in the house. I was walking to the bathroom. I'm not the only one living in a house here. It's a halfway house. I barely know anyone here. Oh, I know about them halfway houses. uh, Really scared me to death. Man, nowadays a 6 pack lasts a while. A 6 pack that lasts me like the first 3 minutes of my life. If I was drinking just the normal little 12 ounces, I'll drink a 6 pack of that before my third visitor in the live. Even tonight, let's see, what is it? It's almost 3 hours. this is my fourth one of these, but that's after I drank at work before I got home. I had a couple beers, a couple shots at work. Came home, cracked me these little things because I didn't want to hit the loco. I have two locos upstairs waiting for me for once I do get out of here. I'll chug me a couple four logos and relax for a while upstairs before I go to bed. He's going fishing and asked me if I wanted to go. I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's what's about right there, man. Fishing and fun. Couple buddies, couple friends, whatever. Get to the water, have some fun, man. He's going fishing. Asked me if I want to go. Hell yeah. I should drink 2 cases of Heineken and a bottle of brandy. Ooh, I like brandy. I like brandy. It's so smooth. Um, Now Heineken goes right up there with almost every other damn beer in the green bottle. For some reason, I don't like them, except for Mickey's. That Mickey's malt liquor, I used to drink those out of the green bottle. But when it comes to every other green bottle, for some reason, I don't like them. Heineken's one of them, and there was a few others that I remember that just for some reason I don't know what it was, but if it was in a green bottle, I'm like, nah, I'm good for the most part. Except for Mickey's malt liquor, that was a good one. Tequila. I go through my spurts with tequila. Like I like whiskey, bourbon, brandy, things like that. I'll tell you one thing I'll never touch again though. I went through a long, I'd say almost damn near my entire 20s chugging Jägermeister. I don't mess with that shit no more. I will not mess with Jägermeister. Tequila's good. It's smooth. It's got that nice little bite to it, but yeah, it's also a little bit kind of sweet. Get that little on the lips. I like tequila still. Vodka. I go through spurts where I like my vodkas. Used to drink Mickey's when I was a teenager. Yeah, well, I wasn't a teenager, but yeah, I'd say about the same era. Lance, a little after that. Hey, what's going on, Hooks and Hammocks? Yeah, I would say when I was in my early 20s was when I was chugging Mickey's like a mofo. And I remember when the very first Scream movie came out and all those college people were partying and they had the Mickey's. I was like, oh my God, he's got Mickey's. Because that was when I was drinking Mickey's. I was I did the Big Mouth 6-pack bottles and I also did the 40s. I didn't like the 40s as much because it has such a small mouth on them that they weren't as easy to drink. I used to like grabbing that big mouth and just chugging the whole little barrel. Those little barrels with the big mouths, loved them back in the day. But yeah, that was early 20s. Hey, I appreciate you dropping in, Hooks and Hammocks. Just sitting here chit chatting. Kind of a slow night, but still having some giggles and shooting random breezes about everything from life stuff to what we like to drink. I used to live in the clubs all weekend. Hey, Jody, still hanging back there. Live in the clubs and weekends and 4 a.m. highs, bloodshot. Yeah. Hell, Lance, that my problem was when I was in my club days, either I was the after hour party or somebody else that I knew was, and we would do our thing. And then I was crawling out of the basement at noon when the sun was fully arose, getting ready to go back to work with no sleep. You come up out of that dark ass basement where the DJ's been kicking it for 6 hours after the bars closed. You go upstairs, you don't even know the sun's out, and all of a sudden you meet it on the way to your car. Ugh, brutal. And then you look at your clock and you're like, well, shit, I work in an hour. Those were the crazy days. All right, I'm gonna run up there and grab another little generic beer. I'll be right back. Last July. Last July. Man, it's like 3 months old. It's still healing. 3 or 4 months. Ugh, brutal. Where was the tumor removed from? That's a long heal time. By the way, as always, I just got to shout you guys out. I appreciate you. I don't know if this thing is lagging or not, but it still says it was like 15. So some are probably watching in the background or halfway asleep in the background, but just coming in to show the appreciation, chit chatting with each other, and chilling out even when I'm not out on the water, even though we're a fishing community. I appreciate the extra support even when I'm not out there fishing. Keeping each other company, keeping me company. Because I won't be doing nothing else right now. I'll be sitting there maybe watching something, but like I said, I was looking around. I didn't see nothing else going on. Everybody was ending when I was trying to come catch their shows. I wasn't going to go out there tonight. Saw a few people say, hey, wait, did you say Avid? I didn't see Avid's name. Am I lagging? Good morning, Avid. Country Girl came back. Welcome back. Big Slim, Lance, K-Dog, Patun Jody. See, I'm telling you, I think this thing misses some. There's some things it doesn't post until the replay. I'm telling you. Lance, you said good morning, Avid. I don't see Avid at all up there, even when I scroll back. That's crazy. There he is. Now I see him. It says Avid, LOL. Hey, Avid. Good to see you, man. I popped in this morning to look at your live for a little bit, your Saturday weekend thing that you started, but it was literally like right before I had to punch in. So I watched about 10 minutes or so before I had to go punch in. You been here ghosting? But still weird. I just didn't see your name. Somebody was like, hey, Avid, before I even saw you speak. So I could be technically lagging. I don't know. I shouldn't be. I'm on Wi-Fi and I got entire 5 bars, but all right. All right, Hooks. Thanks for dropping in again, man. I appreciate everybody, even when they just drop in here and say, "Hey, what's up?" Do a little bit of chit chat, like say hi to everybody and take off. I gotta do that same thing a lot of times, like I was just telling Avid. So appreciate you. But yeah, Avid, I popped in, watched a little bit of that before I had to punch in. Uh, I still want to eventually to get on your little Saturday thing, but it might not be until next season if you're still doing it then. Uh, because I do work Saturdays. I have to be there at 11 in the morning. I usually leave here at about 9:30 ish to get to the store or the gas station before work, fill up, get some smokes, things like that. I mean, not smokes, energy drinks and things like that. Was caught by timing someone out. Who'd you time out? What did I miss? See, that's another thing I don't like about when you're the host. It honestly does not tell you that in the chat screen. If I'm chatting on my phone in somebody else's feed as a moderator, it'll show me that. But it won't show me that when I'm actually the host. This stupid StreamYard chat does not show you that shit. I could hear a Bigfoot and a great ghost impersonation or impression. Anyways, what I was saying was yeah, I'd like to request paid time off one day and do your little split screen hangout. It probably won't be this season though. It'll be next season if you're still doing it. Or since we both live in Illinois, maybe someday down the road I can try to set up a couple days off paid time and come meet up with you and fish off the bank with you. I gotta admit, so far I'm kind of surprised at how many people are actually from Illinois hanging around this community and stuff like it. I see people all the time like, "Oh, I'm in this spot in Illinois, or I'm in that spot in Illinois." Since everybody else has so much fame with the Potomac and the Mississippi and the Ohio and whatever else, I think it'd be great if we all got together in one decent spot in Illinois and had like a just a great day of fishing, putting laughs and fish on the screen. An Illinois fish meetup. Obviously, I would have to leave Springfield. I mean, we do have them. We got some big ones here, but they're not as regular as some other spots in Illinois. So, fucking he's Bigfoot. Us gathering frogs for flat head baits. You know, I did used to do that as a kid. Sorry, Frogster. I did used to hook some frogs on for bait. Spring peepers, I think they were called, or something like that. They were real nice, bright lime green with spots on them. And man, they were lively. Good bait. You do meet and greets every year. Well, keep me informed on that, man. I mean, if I have plenty of notice, because I do work for a great boss, and you actually accrue paid time off, even as a regular employee, not just like a manager or a salaried person, or whatever. Like when me and my lady went on vacation this year, I took 2 weeks off. Me and her took the kids and we went to Shelbyville for 2 weeks. Um, and that's when I started this YouTube thing. I didn't get any lives or anything because I didn't know about how to do lives on here. But I did a couple lives from Facebook, and then I posted a couple pictures and videos on the Facebook page, and then I transferred some of them over to YouTube. And then that one video that I have on this YouTube called Panfish by the Campfire or something like that, or Campfire Bluegills. That's what it's called. It was called Campfire Bluegills. I was cooking bluegills in a cast iron skillet on the campfire. That was this year when we took our 2-week vacation, and it was all paid. I have some time right now. I have like 30 hours right now. So that's why me and my lady are trying to take Halloween weekend off to go camping. But yeah, if you have a meetup, shit, man, I'd be down for that. I just need to uh holler at you and see when. Sorry, I'm scrolling the chat right now too to make sure I didn't miss anything. Mike, I do meet and greet over here. You need Facebook. I am on Facebook. We messenger each other. What are you talking about? I need Facebook. Or are you talking about somebody else? The fishing cover under the stairs is waiting, boys. We're waiting too. Man, I can't wait for the Mendoza tree. All right. I'll message you sometime soon, Evan, just as a reminder, like, hey, let me know ahead of time or something, just as a reminder. Because technically, what I need 3 weeks in advance. Our policy is also awesome because you don't even need an excuse. I remember when I took off election day last year or the year before, one of them, whatever. The last election I took off no, inauguration day. And I say because I'm gonna sit my ass at home getting drunk and watch the inauguration shit because I'm a political junkie. That was literally my excuse. And I got the day off. They have a policy that they don't give a damn. He'll tell you every once in a while we have a meeting and he reminds people. He goes, I don't give a damn if you want to take the day off to sit your ass at home drinking beer and scratching your nuts watching football. I don't care what you want the day off for, as long as you give us plenty of notice. So he's a cool dude. As long as I have plenty of notice, I can get the time off. And usually I have paid time off saved up for it. So I'd love to have a meet and greet with people in the community. So I just need a minimum of 3-week notice to where I can request it off. Because that's our policy. 3 weeks before you need off, just to make sure that other people ain't trying to take that same time off and there was a conflict, and then they'll try to communicate, hey, can you take this time off instead or something. But generally speaking, you request it off, you get it off, and they don't care why. And then they also usually, when you work as much as I do, you get a paid time off. So I could actually come up there, do a meet and greet with you and other people and get paid for it and have fun. I hope you make it bud and pleasure me. Let's go back here. I thought you wrote prison up. She thought you wrote prison. Oh, yes, 2.5 hours. Boys, I'll say boys. I most probably the oldest. Amazing. Some boots again. Now I just gotta wonder, is that a John or a Brian B impersonation? Younger than Dirt. I don't know, man. Dirt's pretty old. Don't mess with Nathan. She's my sidekick. I'm a fossil. Give me some bullfrogs and mix in a pond so they can breathe away any pain. Is that a brachiosaurus and a raptor? I can't tell. My phone is so small. It almost looks like the long neck brachiosaurus type of dinosaur. And then the little lizard looking raptor dinosaur. If that's the case, does that make you an omnivore? I mean, not an omnivore. What do you call that? Let's see. You got your omnivore, which is plants. You got your meat eater. And then, it's too early in the morning. Think about that. 3:30 in the morning. Oh yeah, it is omnivore because you got your herbivore. You got whatever the damn meat eater was, and the omnivore is the one that does both. Brandon, did Abbott just say he ate you? He says he ate the original. You said you were the original. Time to go back to ghosting. All right, Abbott. Probably me too soon if it doesn't pick up. I wasn't even planning on going live night. It was another one of those random ass nights. I was trying to chill out on people's feeds, and they were wrapping up, and people started asking if I was going live. I said, should I? Like, I'm not planning on it. And people were saying, yeah. So here I came. But it is going on about 3.5 hours. A little slower than usual, but still, hell, I won't be doing nothing else. So I'm enjoying it. But yeah, if chat's not going by and stuff pretty soon, I might just head upstairs, drink me some locos, maybe check out a couple videos and get to bed. Hello, y'all. I'm back. Sorry, my work called, man. Well, hey, country girl, welcome back again. Dang, you work 12 hours and they still won't leave you alone? This is one good thing about my job, even when I was working 50 plus hours. They didn't call me when I was gone. Occasionally, I'd get a text saying, "Do you want to work?" But I didn't have to answer, so I usually did though, because shit, once I hit 40 hours, I was making over 25 bucks an hour, so I didn't mind picking up some hours here and there. But it wasn't expected. They would just send a text. If you answered, you answered. If you didn't, you didn't. It didn't matter because once you're off, that's your time. My day starts soon, so I'll be waiting. Yeah, I know, Foxy. It is. It's almost 9:40 there, ain't it? 9:40 in the morning. That's probably what time I'll be waking up. It's 3:38 here. By the time I finally crash out, probably be around 6, and then I'll wake up at 9 something, maybe almost 10. Especially because I think there is the fishing tournament tomorrow, if I recall right. So I want to make sure I get to actually watch some of that before I go in for that shift I picked up. I got to go in at 4, so I'll probably leave here at about 3:30. So I actually get to watch a little bit of people's lives or tournaments tomorrow before work. Sorry, a minute, y'all on camera. Just got promoted. Well, enjoy the perks. 2:34. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, Foxy. We technically have a shortage of them here in the U.S. too. That and teachers. People are getting fed up with different stuff, different regulations, different politics, different whatever, just on all sides of the spectrum. The fields of medicine and schooling are like just really rough right now, which makes it even worse for the ones that are still in it. Like it overbears them even more. Now they got more to deal with because there's less of them to deal with it. Oh my goodness. Is that really what? Oh my goodness. I'm laughing. Since this is technically a fishing channel, I just looked over here and we have something sitting there that's cracking me up. It's something from probably about 6 or 7 years ago. Check it out. The official Spider-Man rod. One of my kids' first rods. That's hilarious. I literally just happened to look over there because I thought I heard something, and there is a Spider-Man fishing rod sitting over there. There we go. There's my gear for the night. It's officially a fishing video. Oh god. Hey, that ain't got nothing on that reel that I broke out of the water though, because I'm serious. Okay, it's stiff, but I cannot bend it. It's stiff. It's too stiff. It's strong. I mean, this will bring you in a 10 to 15 pounder maybe, as far as the rod. But that rod that I caught out of the water, you guys can remember, I can actually bend that thing all the way down to the reel. I'm not gonna bend it no more than this because I feel like it'll break if I try to bend it more than that. But hey, there we go. There was some fishing gear in this video. You never know what you find in the basement when you ain't been down there for a while. I see some old stuff all over here. I'm looking around now. I got a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4 sitting over there. I have a Wii. I don't even think we even ever used the Wii. We got it. I don't even think we used it, but it's over there. But this fishing gear is cracking me. It forget. Look, you can see Spider-Man on it. I think. I don't know. That light's kind of dim down here. Let me try to get it closer. There it is, right there. You can see. Yeah, I can see the Spider-Man now. Check out that craftsmanship on the handle. There's Spider-Man. Oh, good. I remember buying that for my daughter. She loves Spider-Man. I bought her for that. Wait a minute. Is that? Oh my God. It's actually a Shakespeare. It's a Shakespeare. That's high quality. Anyways, I remember buying that for my daughter when she was like 2. And I had her out there catching bluegills on it. Oh man. Memories. That's hilarious. Yeah, I still have it's in perfect condition. That's the original spool in there too. Uh, the string that's in there right now, because I never had to uncap this thing. So let me push the button. Oh my god, it casts smooth as hell. Really? Yeah, it reels. I might have to re-rig this and make it my bait pole just for the memories. I push the button and the line is coming out just smooth as butter. I could use this for some bluegills. No, I can't do that because the only short rod I want to use is the one from my short rod adventures. So I'll keep this one retired on the wall. Or maybe, she can respool it and pass it down to her kids later on. All right, let me scroll back here. What we got there? Look at you, girl. You found the right place. Awesome. Let's get the first. Yeah, you kept there first. Right. Learn how to amend and maintain. Yeah. Shakespeare. Starter writing. Pattern for beginners. Yeah. That's why I said I was like that rod. Speaking of which, Foxer, that rod that I caught out of the lake that is my new Adventures of the Little Rod. It was a Shakespeare also. It's called a Shakespeare pitch and stick. That's what that combo is. Well, hell, country girl, you don't need a sturgeon rod. You just need an Uncle Lou rod. You can watch Two Stands from Two Stands Fishing catch a 225-pound sturgeon, and he was using a medium action rod, if I recall right. Because I use medium heavy. His was even less. I think his was a medium action rod, and he caught a 225-pound sturgeon on it. Mike, you sent a friend request on Facebook. Uh, Hold on. If you give me a second, I will actually just post my Facebook, and you can send me one. Um, Forgive me if I go sideways. I remember last time I tried this, I thought I was off camera because I was trying to snag my Facebook. I might go black on the screen, but I will come back. So you guys just sit there and chit chat. I'll just grab my Facebook and post it. So let me try that. It was, let me go up. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my Facebook. That way, just I don't want to forget. If I try to remember, I might forget. So I'm gonna go grab it. Be right back. If it cuts me out. My phone is sideways, so if I'm still on camera, you might see me do this because everything is sideways on my phone right now. Let's see. Here we go. Go to my page. Scroll. Grab this. The three dots. Yeah. See, here's where it starts turning sideways. Edit. I can't. Copy link. There it is. Copy link. All right. Close that out of there. Open my Chrome again. Hey, I'm starting to learn it without turning my head so much. I'm back. More. Post comment. Paste. All right. This is not my Facebook phishing page. This is my actual personal Facebook page. It's coming to chat now. So if you want to friend me on Facebook, like to my actual personal account, which is what that is right there, send me the friend request, but then also send me a messenger and say, hey, I sent a friend request and I'm so and so on your YouTube or whatever. So I know who you are. And then I will add you tomorrow. Well, actually, wait a minute, what? Friend request accepted. Oh, I guess I already sent you one. Wait, no, it says just sent. All right, hold on. I see your little request now. All right, I see it. Now let me hit view profile. Right there. Well, are you sure I didn't already send you one? Because it looks like it's saying we're already friends. Sorry, I'm just trying to look. It looks like it's saying we're already friends. Where's the damn send button? Yeah, let me turn my phone sideways. I might go stupid in the video because I'm trying to turn my phone sideways. There it goes. To the stream in just a second. Yeah, there we go. It looks like we're connected. You sent one and I just clicked. Oh, okay. Yeah, I probably sent one through because of recognizing your name. Because ever since I got like Lance and Becca and Jody and Avid and some of them connected because of chit chatting here. I've connected to some of them on Facebook. So of course, occasionally they give you that little recommendation. Oh, you might know this person or whatever the hell. And then I see a name that I recognize, like Ernie. So I did send out a few friend requests occasionally when I see a name that I recognize. I'm like, oh, hey, I recognize them from the YouTube channel. So yeah, sure, I'll send out a request. So that might be how I sent you one. Country girl, do you have a channel? Yeah, Lance. It was actually dropped in a link earlier, or up there in the feed earlier. Let me try to find it. I don't know that. I think it was a while ago, like way back, but somebody dropped it. I remember seeing it earlier. I'm sorry, I can't scroll back that far. Anyone wants to add me request, or I won't click it. Yeah, that's usually how I am. That's why I thought you were asking me if you could send me one. That's why I was like, here, let me give you the link and then send me a messenger and tell me who you were. But yeah, I think basically you might have popped up in my requested, or not requested, but suggested feed. And then I recognized the name and was like, oh, Ernie Brown, oh, yeah, let me send a request. Although pretty soon I need to trim my list back down again. Once again, I'm creeping up near 5,000. I got like 1,000 something followers, but I'm sure I could trim my list down and start making room for fishing community people to be a little more relative to my state of mind, I guess. Over all the years on Facebook, I've hit that 5,000 limit probably like five or 600 times and deleted it all the way down to like 300 people. And then it grew all the way back up to 5,000, deleted it back down, grew back up. It's crazy. Facebook is a different beast. YouTube, you work your ass off and you might meet one or two new people a day. Facebook, it's hard to even keep people from meeting you. Different stuff. Yeah, no, it don't take long over there. Hell, I got more people on my Instagram than I have on here, and I started both of them. Well, technically all three of them. As far as my Facebook page, not my wall. See what I friended you on? That's my wall. That's my personal wall. But my page that I created for fishing, it has like 300 or something. My YouTube that I created for fishing only has like 160. So that's only like half of what Facebook has. And then my Instagram, which I barely do anything over there. I think the last thing I put over there was one of my YouTube videos about cooking the damn steaks. That's been like a month ago, I think. Anyways, even my Instagram has almost 200 followers. And I don't even do anything over there. So yeah, I'd say out of all the platforms, it seems like YouTube seems to be the hardest to actually interact and make friends and get them interested in you as much as you are interested in them. It's the same unless I recognize the logo. Facebook like that. Keep my fishing connected internationally. Bandit is international. All right, Ernie. Have a good one, man. Thanks for popping in again. Thanks for connecting on the Facebook there. You can always message me through there. And technically, like I was mentioning earlier, if anybody that has me on Facebook wants my phone number so they can text me for quicker responses or whatever, just let me know, and I can give you my phone number through there. I have about 5 or 6 people from the community so far, and that's the quickest and best way that I'm going to be able to respond. But I don't care if people have it or not. But I'm willing to do that once they connect on YouTube and Facebook and shit. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll go ahead and let you have my number too. I don't answer phone calls. I don't do the talking on the phone, but I'll do the texting. See you, Ernie. Have a good one. What do we got? It's almost 4 in the morning already. The hell. Play one more cigarette, finish that beer, and then maybe call it out, I guess. I didn't realize it was almost 4. Yeah, 3:57. Luckily, I don't work until 4 p.m. today. I picked up that shift from 4 to 8. It's a short shift. And good news is I don't even have to cook. I'm going to be the expediter, the one basically running in the kitchen and calling out the food and all that jazz, putting it together, calling for the food runners. So it's going to be a nice, easy shift, but it is an extra one because normally I'm off on Sunday. But I've been hearing a lot from the managers and some of the servers that they really need some help with that on Sunday. So I was like, hell with it. I'll agree to do some, come help out because I do enjoy the place I work for. They are a great company as a private owner. Brent is an amazing boss. So since they're struggling, I decided I'd go ahead and open up my Sunday evening to give them a little bit of help. Indeed, I'm not just a silly old frog. I have a selfish request, but unfollowed, delete, yeah, yeah. It's literally. I mean, just through the years, I guarantee I've technically had probably 500,000 friends, as Facebook calls them. I don't technically call them friends, but I do just because Facebook it is. Uh, if I technically would have created a page long as time ago where people can like and follow and whatever, but not technically be your friend, yeah, I'd probably have a big ass page by now because I would never have to worry about deleting them because it wouldn't matter because I wouldn't run out of room. But what happens on your personal wall is you hit that 5,000 number and then you can't have nobody else friend you. So if you actually try to be a friend with somebody, you have to go find somebody to remove. So I've gone through that multiple times in all my years on Facebook. I've been there damn near 12 to 13 years, and just throughout that time, there's been plenty of times I've said, hell with this. Let me go down to my core 300 to 400 people who I know I'm not deleting. They've known me for years, even before I was on Facebook. They're not real life friends. They're people I've known since back when I was running my own networked computer system. I had like 5 computers hooked together, running my own home network, running my own website back then. So these are people I knew from back then. So there's about a good 300 to 400 people that will never be deleted off my wall. Even if their account becomes memorialized because they passed away, I will not remove them. Other than that, the other 3 to 4 thousand people I have removed and replaced multiple times. But now it's like I have this fishing community that I'm getting involved with and enjoying. I might need to make some room again pretty soon because I'm around that 4,800 mark again right now. I think maybe closing in on 49 again. And I think about 1,000 followers. But those don't count. Those that doesn't mess with your count. You don't have to remove followers. You just have to remove friends, which is funny. 10 a.m. Just got up and start my day. All right, Froxer. Thanks for hopping in again. I'm glad to be here for your early morning wake up distraction or whatever you want to call it. Gonna drink one more cup of coffee. Bed up at 7:30. Go. All right, you too, Lance. Thank you. Like I said, I'll be hopping off here too in a minute. I appreciate everybody hopping in. It was a little slower night than normal, but I don't even know if I've ever done this on a Saturday night. So appreciate everybody came in. Usually I'm thinking Saturday nights. It's probably been a long weekend of videos and chit chatting and everything else. So yeah, I don't know if Saturday night is a good night to do it, but I appreciate everybody stopped in. We did get up there and have some fun for a while. I'm gonna finish that beer and this smoke, and then 4 o'clock. Yeah, go have myself a little freaking late night snap and or snack and get a nap in. Uh, I don't think any of the new people are still in here, but if you are, those few new people that had never been here before, I appreciate you hopping in too. Sometimes we do some split screens where there's two, three, four people up here on the screen talking shit about fishing or life or stuff, in general. It's very, very random in here. So if you're new, if I'm not on the water, I'm just doing a chit chat session. We get a lot of random shit going on. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna smoke this, drink that, then I'll end it. Have a good day. To those people that are across the pond that are just starting their day, have a good night. For those that are getting ready to head to bed and prepare for their next day. It's anybody who's going through anything from an injury to an illness to a passing in the family to whatever. If you have anything going on, just know that this community supports each other and we care for you and we feel for you. Those that are religious are praying for you, and those who are not, at least keep you in our thoughts. I am one of those that I normally kept to myself, but uh, this community has been opening me up and touching me and making me feel for other people that are going through things. And I send out a heartfelt appreciation for everybody that tries to help each other out in moments of need. And I also keep you on my thoughts. There's times I'm at work and I'm thinking, oh man, because I remember this person saying they're going through some shit, or that person's going through some shit, or their spouse is, or their kids are sick, or whatever. And it weighs on me sometimes when I'm at work. So we think about the other people that are out there in this community, and I hope everybody makes it through what they're going through. I don't know what else to say other than that. I hope they make it through what they're going through. I will see you guys next time because this is almost out and that's almost out. So see you guys next time. Go ahead and end it before I check it out. Love you guys.